figure out what an item is and what it does.
Okay. Give me a sec.
And that's if the town has anybody that can do it.
There we go. I just swapped it out. Just sucks that it's a level 1 spell. I want to save my slots.
I know.
That's
Well,
that's the only way.
I'm about to use a few identify items before we take our long rest, and then and then burn through a couple slots. So if there's need, then when can you switch out your spells? Is it at a long rest?
Only during a long rest. So I can't do identify until after. So I won't be able to recover these spell slots if I use them.
All right, I'll use them before, and then
Well, if you're going to be using identify item, then
wait, you have identify?
I do.
Oh, right.
I only have 3 spell slots, so it's extremely like every spell slot is extremely valuable.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 4, and that's the same spell slot you have for the heal, right?
Yep.
Spare the okay, so then
that's healing. That's canon. That's everything.
Okay.
I have 2 cantrips.
Ready, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where we left off, the group completed its battle against the liquefied magma creature, successfully defeating it, and moved on deeper into the Varsith ruins, discovering a small room of safety for a short while after finding a hatchery of sorts and defeating the keeper there. As the party was moving deeper still, a secret door was found that opened up and led to a small room with a few pieces of armor. After failing at trying to discover the secrets that the armor held, Blaylock tried to lift one of the armors and take it, waking up a creature that slept within.
Move it. Yeah, Blaylock tried to move it.
In their injured state, they sealed off the room and were planning to rest for a while before continuing on. And that's where we start. So before we take the long rest, does anybody want to do anything?
Yes, Blaylock. So I've got a few items, I believe, that I need to investigate.
Okay.
I already clicked my long rest, so to be fair, I don't know what I can do as
Okay.
far as spell slots, so I'm just going to do nothing to be safe.
That's fair.
I'm going to sit with the bow and try to study it.
Okay. That is do an Arcana check.
Is that intentional?
No. That was my phone. 12 plus nothing. 12.
Okay. You study it for a while. You can tell there's something about this that's not. This is not just a normal bow, but you can't really glean what it might be.
Refresh my memory. Where did we get this bow again?
From the snake guy.
Yes.
What is that
Now-
you have there?
If I sit there with it for an hour, are we using those rules, or are you changing that up?
Well, you can sit there for an hour to attune to it, attempt to attune to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sit there for an hour if you'd like.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of go into a meditated stance
Okay.
with it.
tell me, does any of these items that we've picked up on our journey so far, do any of them look out of the ordinary? This is to all but Scar, who I see who is meditating.
Zoromir's there looking at this dagger he found. Well, I do think there's something about this. It's very pretty. I don't know if there's anything special about it.
Let me see that for a moment.
He takes it and he hands it over to you.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Identify on it.
Okay.
What do I need to do for that? Do I need to do anything?
Nope. You just tell me you're going to do it, and
I'm going to do it.
Sending it to you now.
All right. Goodness, you got that stuff on speed dial.
Yes. And I'll add it to his inventory.
This is very interesting, Zoromir. This will definitely inflict more damage on whoever you attack. In addition, there's a little bit of poison on here. Black poison. It'll actually remain on the weapon for about a minute. And when you attack a creature, it must... well, I don't know how to do this in character, so we're just going to wing it. The creature must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Okay. Or take 2d10 poison damage. Good night. So, this is quite the dagger. I would definitely hold on to this. It appears to be a little damaged, so we're going to have to see what we can do about that if and when we get back to town.
Thank you. He takes it and looks at it, and his eyes are a little bit bigger. He just kind of moves it from side to side, just kind of brandishing it, and then spins it around and slides it into a sheath where his other dagger had been on his belt.
Keep in mind that poison is only applied and lasts for 1 minute, and you can't reapply it for another day.
I'll remember that. Thank you.
Anything else? Grovile. Anything?
I really want to take this armor out with me, but I don't think there's anything I can do for it. So
you look a little worse for wear. I don't advise it.
And it's got me a few times. What can I say?
Now,
there is the quiver of arrows that are slightly glowing sitting down next to me.
Okay. You're still in a trance, though. I mean, have we...
Well, I'm just saying, you would see the glow. They are glowing.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they do glow naturally.
Okay. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna have a gander without disturbing Scar.
Okay. I mean,
I'll cast Identify on it.
Okay.
It's the Quiver of Doom.
There's 10 of them.
10 Quivers of Doom. All right, thank you. Now, I have a few items on me, but these look like they're probably just generic. Can I just do a... I guess it would be a perception, or just investigate then, make sure I don't have anything else. I've got 2 daggers and 2 short swords, but nothing. I don't have anything noted that they were out of the ordinary.
Because you can cast it, one more time?
I can. Now, if I cast Detect Magic on, does that for, a room? Let me take a look at that.
30 feet.
It is a ritual cast, which means, if I got this right, that it doesn't take a spell slot up if you spend 10 minutes casting it. That's right?
Yeah, look at that.
I'm asking Mike, because I don't...
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't take up a spell slot if you're doing it ritual.
So you would see anything that's magic on anyone would have a glow to it.
All right, I'm going to cast that.
Okay, so you spend 10 minutes and you focus and look around. On you see Scar holding that bow. It now emits a light glow. On Grovile, you see a pitcher that he's been carrying with him for quite some time that is glowing with a soft light.
Write that down.
And 1 second. That's all you see.
I think you'd see that emerald gem thing, right?
The boots that Grovile is wearing,
what?
they glow.
This is all news to me.
These go back to like the first session.
All right.
All right.
I think they're in your inventory as green boots.
They might not be. I don't know.
Okay. But you specifically said you put them on, so.
I did. I have custom, and it's just called boots.
Mm-hmm.
Green boots.
So you do have those. Let's see what else.
Look at that.
What else would glow?
There was that emerald thing that I had.
The emerald would glow. Of course, the dagger would glow. Stuff that you already know. So that's what we got right now.
Okay. I'm putting more cheese on this. I think I need more cheese. Can you investigate these boots?
Well, you don't notice anything. He's just looking around the room. The detect magic is only apparent to him.
So there are a few items of interest that need investigation. However, I'm reaching the point of exhaustion.
What do you see?
We see you are holding a picture which seems to have some sort of magical properties. That doesn't always mean good. So please keep that in mind. You're also wearing some boots that you have foolishly put on your feet without first determining what they are. There's also
they're comfortable.
There's also that bow that Scar is looking intently at, and our handy gem that we have not found someone to purchase. So,
I did say pitcher, like jug, not
pitcher,
not picture. Sorry.
Okay. that picture you have.
So you mean this of my mommy?
My mammy.
My mammy?
So, just I have enough energy probably for one more, but then I've got to get some rest.
I imagine the pitcher I have, Fleshhood, is the one that I mixed with the gems we had.
No, this is something you've had since the first session. You found it in the basement of the old man's house. You've been carrying it around this whole time.
I have no idea what that is, and I don't remember putting the boots on either.
You kind of took everything in the basement of that place.
I take everything. That's usually what I do. I just, if it's not stuck down and it looks good or feels comfortable, I'll put that on. I don't care. I can't help it. All right. If it's up to you, what do you think is worth investigating? I can spend the night, prep up so I can investigate some of these on my own later.
Just give me the boots. I need to get some rest. I'd also like to study this riddle that we've found ourselves in. That is, this enigma has perplexed me beyond all
Just so you know, identify is a ritual spell, so you can spend 10 minutes and it doesn't take up a spell slot.
How do I determine that?
There's a little book with an R on it next to the spell.
Is that what that means?
That's what it means. You spend 10 minutes doing it, and it doesn't burn a spell slot.
Look.
Yeah, but it does. Do you have the ingredients or whatever? Is it?
Oh, look at that! If you do it as a ritual, a pearl worth at least 100 gold, and an owl feather.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have that stuff.
Good lord! So I'm burning the slot. All right, give me those boots. Since Scar is still intently staring at his bow.
He is.
I take my boots off, take a whiff out of the boots, see how they smell, and go, woof!
It's bad. Yeah.
They're bad.
I'm gonna cast that.
They're real bad.
Okay. Give me 1 second on those. This is something I didn't have prepared ready.
Uh-oh. Get your copy-paste finger ready.
Yeah.
I'm a go-getter, man. Yeah, I don't have a pearl or an owl feather either.
I didn't give you the name of those.
Yeah, I don't have the name of any of them actually. Okay, I see it now.
That's the first one, and then the middle one. That's what they are.
Yep. Okay. Nothing special about the arrows though. There's not like a special name to them.
No. Nope.
Okay, good. Well, Grovile, those boots will actually make you silent while walking and when you're making any kind of dexterity checks. So please keep that.
Oh,
in
those are
mind.
nice. Do they fit me?
It seems that'd be a little bit more in your wheelhouse there, Zormir.
That might actually be more useful on you, since you always seem to always be the invisible one.
I mean, if you don't care, I'll take them.
Sure, why not?
Zormir
Just
takes him from
ignore the
Blaylock. And he instinctively, because you said ignore the smell, he puts his nose in it, and he's like, God, what is that?
Now we know where he's storing the skin that he's peeling.
All right.
All right, now, Zormir, you also will have an advantage when you're stealthing, so keep that in mind when you're moving silently.
That'll be quite handy.
So the boots of Elvenkind is their formal name. And that dagger is called the Dagger of Venom. We should, although it's seen better days. All right, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time staring at this trap intently, at this trap/riddle intently, and then I'm eventually going to pass out.
All right. So you take a look at the various armors and how they're locked in there now, and the leftover corpse of the creature you fought, and there's just so much here. It kind of overtakes your mind as you drift into a sleep. So all of you take a long rest.
Is there anything useful on that creature that we killed?
It turned into a pile of goo.
It's just a granite-colored goo. Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind.
So you awaken, ready to move forward.
Sweet. I've spent the night preparing, being able to figure out what this picture you speak of. So I would like to cast Identify on that picture that I have.
Okay. I'll send you a couple things here.
Oh. Jesus.
You've had it for a long time.
Scar, have you discovered anything about that bow that you've spent so much time studying?
Have I?
You don't feel any. You don't feel any different.
May I see that for a moment?
I hand it over.
While I'm looking at this, keep in mind those arrows there from that that quiver. They are magical in nature and emit a light and magical glow. They actually do more damage. They're +1 arrows.
Oh, nice.
So you have 10 +1 arrows.
There you go. All right, I'm going to cast Identify Item on the bow of awesomeness.
Okay, keep an eye on your spell slots.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. It would help if I could spell.
What is it that you have there, Grovile?
It appears to be a magic jug that can create fluid. Any liquid that I desire.
What about a health potion?
Unfortunately, not one of those.
We'd be rich.
We would be rich. But I'd get more value out of this jug than anything else for sure.
That's interesting. We'll have to think on that and what we may do with it. At least we'll never go thirsty.
Point. It runs out eventually for the day.
So, Scar, that bow is also been named the Vicious Longbow. When you attack when you attack with this magic weapon, the target takes an additional 7 damage of the weapon's type. So you roll a 20 on your attack with this magic weapon. The target takes an extra 7 damage on the weapon's type.
So if I crit,
So if you crit, yep.
It's just okay. That's what that.
If you get a natural 20, you would do what the
yeah.
card says and then add 7 to the end of whatever it is.
Ooh. That's kind of nice.
all right. Now I just need to crit more.
You seem to be pretty handy with that, so it will serve you well.
All right.
I thank you.
Should we
Let's
move on?
see if we've trapped ourselves in here or not.
Okay.
I'll let us out. So I'll go out the door. I'll be the first one out.
Okay.
I know where the switch is to open up the door.
You place your hand on the rune, and the door opens up.
That is a relief. I thought we'd be stuck in here with this riddled room forever.
You step out into the hallway, and
I'm gonna look both ways, see if I see anyone. Do I see anyone?
you don't see anyone around. Doesn't sound like any commotion.
Okay. I'm gonna go back in and tell the team about it, and then we can get marching order.
Okay.
All right.
So, Scar, Zoramir has been taking a nasty fall. Could you take the lead if no one else has any complaints?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay.
I'll go number 2.
I just did. Then Blaylock. Okay.
So that's what took you so long.
Oh my.
All right. How do you want to move forward?
All right. I will slowly go down towards the bottom left.
Okay.
Uh,
Grovile.
I would like to stealthily follow behind him.
Okay. Immediately behind him.
One more space back.
Blaylock.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna go 10 behind Grovile.
Okay. And Zoromir's just going to stay there with Blaylock.
Okay.
All right.
all right. I will roll a
Are you
slow-
sure you can handle
Oh, God.
leading
I don't have
our
any of my
scouting?
freaking dice out.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god. There we go.
So we are all sneaking.
All right. Let me roll for damage here. Ready?
And TPK.
I got a 25 on my stealth roll.
Okay.
I got a 23 on my stealth roll.
Stealth. I have an 18.
Will this
Zoromir
room
got a
stay
14 with advantage. Yes, it stayed open.
Did you count his boots?
I did. That was with his boots.
Ouch.
Open? Jeez.
Are you okay back there, Zoromir?
I'm fine. Shh. We got to be quiet.
All right. So I'm going to be actively looking for traps as I move forward to the corner.
Okay. Roll perception.
Ooh, there's a corner there.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Okay. You are looking everywhere, and is for any kind of trap-related thing that comes up. Almost ready here because I completely failed on getting my dice. There we go. So I didn't go through the normal ritual for my dice. So you guys might be in good shape tonight.
Will you put him in some kind of holy water or something?
Almost. No, I have a whole system. It's weird how ritualistic we can get with dice. But we'll see what we roll tonight. All right, so you move to the corner. Grovile's going to stay. Okay. You see a long hallway that leads down into a door of some sort.
All right. I'm going to try to use my hearing perception.
Okay. Even with your passive, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
It seems like it's quieted down even.
All right, then I will slowly move forward to the door.
Okay. How far slowly? 20 feet?
I'm going to go. I think I'm going to do a check every 10 feet. So
Okay.
I'm going to go about halfway through the hallway. And that perception is an 18.
You're looking for stuff. Move up.
$17 for that one.
Okay. We'll say you just move to the door. Everything's fine here. The stone.
I'm not a fan.
The
of long
the stonework you've become accustomed to, it fades away to a darker stone that hints at age and antiquity. A set of double doors stand in front of you with a masterfully carved image on both doors. On the left door, you see the image of a massive dragon laying waste to a town, people running and screaming. While on the right door, you see a group of people sitting in a circle, surrounded by one person in the center whose arms are raised above their head, and floating just above their hands is an egg-shaped object.
I believe this is our dragon.
I'd like to investigate that door.
Okay, we'll say you rifle your way up there, bump Grovile back and Scar back. Do an investigation.
He wants to do a history check.
There's no history check going on here. 10.
Okay, you look over it. It's very well carved. You're impressed at the intricacies that have been put into this. This is not something someone did quickly. It was done over a long amount of time.
This craftsmanship is unbelievable. I have never seen anything like it.
You check to see if the door is open or not?
Let me try.
So you guys swap around.
Do an investigation check.
Okay.
Just picture us kind of like sidling up to the wall and scooting by each other.
Yep.
It's a 19.
Okay, you look over. The doors just seem to push inward. They're not locked. You can tell that they're kind of free hanging there. And they don't seem to be trapped.
I will slowly open up the door with the gentleman with the egg in the air.
Okay. Opening the door, you see a hall hewn of more dark stone with cutouts that seem to hold ancient armor from various nations. Let me light that up for you.
So this is a double door, and on one door it's the people, and the other one it's the dragon.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Alright, I will move up another 10 feet and investigate, or search for traps.
Okay.
14.
Okay, you're searching.
Alright, we'll do another 10 feet in the same thing.
Okay. Blaylock, are you planning on staying 10 feet back?
10 feet, yep.
Okay.
That's natural one.
Okay, you're looking all around. Blaylock, what you see since you're right behind him is he seems like he has kind of a twitch to him, like a distracted dog, and he's just kind of like looking really quickly, and yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. He's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I think so. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good.
Should we continue or?
Let's see. Do I see anything? Is it like the other room where the armor's just sitting there?
The armors are just there. They're more statue than they are sets of armors, and they're adorned with various cloaks and symbols of. You've seen a variety of some of the symbols when you were in the original town that you landed in. So it's from nations around here.
Are they actual cloaks or are they stone cloaks?
It's a couple of them have actual cloth cloaks on, but they're in pretty bad disrepair. Like they're rough.
All right. I'm gonna go another 10 feet.
Okay. Blaylock?
I'm gonna go right up behind Scar.
Okay.
I'm all right. That works.
So I'd like to go and investigate those statues.
Okay, 1 second. What?
I'd like to do the green one. When I get up there.
Okay. What'd you roll, Scar?
15.
Okay. On the tile in front of you, you see a stone that is raised just a bit above the rest of them.
Hold, everybody. All right. I will investigate that tile.
Okay. From what you can tell, it looks like you can see a small mechanism underneath it, like it's a pressure plate of some sort.
Okay, can I try to use my thieves' tools to disarm it?
Do you have proficiency with thieves' tools?
I do, because I'm an urban bounty hunter.
Okay, so yeah.
And that is Dex plus proficiency.
Yep.
So that's a +7, so 24.
Okay. You take some surrounding stone that you find that's loose, and you jam it up under the tile. Push on it a few times. It's very solid. It seems like you've disarmed the trap.
Now, since I've noticed this one, is there anything in the immediate vicinity that I'm seeing that's kind of like it, that stands out?
Nothing that you can see, no. Everything else looks kind of normal. This one is just a hair higher, so it'd be really hard to see one from a distance.
Okay. Well, I think I've disarmed this one. Just be careful.
Okay.
And I will...
Good eye, Scar. I didn't know you were as capable as Zoramir. It's good to have both of you with us.
Well done. Maybe he should do it from now on.
No.
It's much safer if he's in the front.
I'm not going to deny that, but...
He is certainly a little bit more intimidating to the eyes than you are.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
I want to investigate the statue.
Which one?
Which one?
Since I'm there, I'll go to the left one.
The far one?
Did we investigate that far?
No, we've only investigated up until the red one.
Oh, to the red one. All right. I'll do the red one then.
Okay.
And while he does that, I'm going to do the green one. So.
Okay. Roll your investigation.
24.
Okay.
17.
Okay. For both of you, as you look these over, what you thought was armor standing before you is actually intricately carved stone that's almost got an onyx hue to it that makes it look metallic. They're very old. It looks they could have been here for a millennia. The cloak that's put on them is just something someone draped on them to try to make them look a little better. You lift up that cloth cloak, and underneath it you can see there is a carved cloak underneath, so it was just something to add a little bit of flair to them. Each one is completely different from the other, indicating what you would imagine is different nations that live here on the island of Drakenwald.
Really?
Are any of them lizard folk?
You can't really tell because it's they're all helmeted.
So are these like sigils or some kind of symbol of each of the not empires but
The family houses, yeah.
Yeah. Can I do a history check on these?
Sure.
Natural 1. Every time I do a history check, it's a natural 1.
Nothing comes to mind as to what nations these came from.
I don't recognize these. It's probably because I'm not native to Drakenwald. Well, they said that they were metallic in nature, correct?
They look metallic.
I'm gonna try and just channel a little bit of lightning into him.
So you want to do shocking grasp?
A little bit of shocking grasp. I'm gonna grab hold of the statue and I'm just gonna send a little jolt in there.
Okay, roll to hit it. You can still get a natural 1.
Enclosed space.
14.
Okay, so you reach out, touch it, lightning arcs out, and as you do, stone shatters across the floor as you break off the arm of the statue. It falls to the ground, destroying the work.
Not metal in nature.
It wasn't very quiet either.
Are we doing this? Because I could grab this other statue. We can knock the arm off of this one too.
Oh,
Here, grab my hand, and then let's do it together.
I'm gonna move up another 10 feet.
Okay.
Do another search.
Okay, go for it.
Maybe
Are we gonna-
maybe the current needs to go between these two, and
It's
if
a
we hold
20, not
hands,
natural.
Okay.
And we shot the green one.
You don't see anything.
grab the yellow one.
Though you can see now the rest of the hallway, and
More statues.
there's a door at the end and a couple more statues.
Fascinating.
Did anything happen when we shocked these things or no?
Are you guys shocking them again? Saying
Yeah.
We're gonna hold hands and we're gonna shock the red and the yellow one
At the same time.
at the same time.
okay. Roll
We're
the
gonna
hit.
use the Furies are a parallel.
Zoromir looks up. I think this is a bad idea.
16.
14.
Okay. All right. More chunks fall off as the statues crack and you destroy these very beautiful old statues.
Did you notice anything?
No. I mean, it was fun. It was fun destroying them. So I mean, there looks like there's at least one more in this room.
Oh, you guys are making so much noise.
Third
He's
time's a
right.
charm.
He is right. Let's continue.
I move up another 10.
Okay.
Alright, I'm
11 for
I'm
the
gonna start-
search.
All right. Who's going after Scar?
I can go back to number 2 spot.
I'll follow behind Grovile, just right behind him.
You said 11?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see anything.
All right. I think at this point I will go 5 by 5.
Okay.
Natural 20.
All right. You see another in front of you. The stone is raised up just a bit.
The one right in front of me.
Yes.
All right. I will do another investigation.
You can use the same one. Yeah. It's a trap for sure.
Okay. All right. 22.
All right.
Disarm.
You actually get your tools underneath it, and you hear some springs pop, and the stone kind of settles down a bit. And as it settles down, you see the statue swing out in front of it with a sword, whoosh, whoosh, 2 slashes, and then sets the stone sword it had in front of it in place, and the trap has been triggered and disarmed.
Well,
Is that a stone sword?
Yeah.
Are stone swords any good?
Well,
I'm assuming it's a part of the.
Statue? It's built into it?
Yeah.
I mean, I never do anything without trying to rob everything I can, so I don't know. When I walk past it, I'm gonna try and break the sword off.
I'm gonna go another 10 feet. I'm
Okay.
going up to the door.
Okay. Grovile, what are you gonna do?
I'm
That's
gonna
an
attempt to
11
break
for
that
the
sword
search.
off.
Okay, grab and do a strength check.
Of course, it's strength. Natural 20.
Oh shit!
Yeah, give me that sword. It's mine.
You grab a hold of the sword and you yank it forward, and you take 5 points of lightning damage as magical energy arcs out into you.
I'm
But
gonna
it was
grab a
a
hold of it.
natural 20.
I'm gonna grab a hold of it and try and do a lightning grasp on that too.
You guys are making an awful lot of noise again.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Scar sees me going over there and putting it on there, and he scolds
Just-
me like a child.
Remember, a natural 20 is not always a guaranteed success out of combat.
You grabbed onto that sword real nice.
I did.
I was-
That was the best strength roll you've ever had, by the way. Like,
I know. And I have a -1 in strength.
Okay.
so
What's on this door?
the hall ends in a second set of double doors. This set also has scenes carved into it like the previous door. The left door shows a small group of lizard men caring for a small dragon, while the right door shows a snake-like creature riding a dragon toward the sun.
Just to clarify, I didn't get that sword.
You did not.
Damn.
All right. I'm going to do an investigation to see if these doors are trapped.
I would say your passive perceptions, the doors look exactly the same as before, but do roll a perception with advantage for listening.
Okay. Hey, all right. 2 14s, which is. Yeah. So. So that'd be 18.
Okay. You hear the faint voices of something from the inside and just lightly hear music.
I turn to him and I'm like, shh. There's somebody in here.
Well, I know I'm going to try to be more quiet.
Okay. I'm going to
I look longingly at the next statue.
stealthily open the door.
All right, roll stealth.
Is 22.
Okay. You feel stealthy. And you slowly open the door. The doors open up into a massive room. The ceiling arcs high above you, and a faint ethereal music can be heard in the distance, softly playing. Though it's in the distance, it sounds like it fills the room. 4 large pillars with various dragons carved into them support high ceilings, which seem to open up into a large hole in the ceiling. You see the moon peeking through the hole in the ceiling, helping to illuminate the room along with the sconces that are along the wall. Along the north and south walls, giant statues of dragons protrude from the wall, mouths open as if about to breathe fire on the victims below. Looking at these sculptures, your eyes are led to the western wall where a massive dragon statue stands before you. Its eyes seem to gleam red from a distance and almost look alive. Continuing to survey the room, along the south wall is an extremely large set of double doors, and along the northern wall are 2 doors set in each end. Slowly, the 2 doors to the north of the room open, and hooded creatures file out of them into seats arranged in front of the dragon statue on the west wall. A red-robed creature appears from behind the dragon statue and raises both scaly hands into the air, shouting, "Hail, Varsith!" And the crowd below responds, "Forever our children!" And let's show you what that looks like. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna look at Grovile and quietly tell him they're not being very quiet either.
That makes 2 of us.
Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 of them, huh?
And we'll
I say we bottleneck them here in this
put you
door.
just here.
You know, we could try the thing that always works every time we do it.
I say that's a great idea.
One of these times it has to work.
Do we see any exits in here, or did you say there was a giant door back there?
There's a giant door down at the
There's
south and 2 north.
there's a
of
door
Scar.
right
Oh
here,
yeah, yep, I see it now.
and there's a door right here, and then there's a giant set of double doors here at the south part of the room.
Yeah, no smoking them out then.
And then there's those 4 dragon statues, 2 on the north, 2 on the south, and then 1 at the west.
Can the rest of us see this, or is it?
Oh.
Right now, it's just Scar.
How close are these creatures together? Is that like?
They're about 20 foot
just-
apart.
Is that the length between the aisleways or what? Or is that the length
From one of them to the other. But
So-
you can't tell because you can't see.
Okay, I'm just coming up with a game plan, man. That's all.
So let's give Scar some room to back up, or I'll tell Grovile. Let's give Scar some room.
We could always knock these statues down to get more room in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna move behind that first pillar and just listen for a minute to see if they go and say anything else.
Grovile, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna stay in this room like a coward until he comes back.
Okay. Blaylock, what are you doing?
I'm going to sit with the rest of us until Scar reports back because we don't know what's going on.
So Scar, you slip out through the door and quietly grab a hold of the door and close it behind you and kind of give Grovile a look as you do so, an unacknowledged, hey, just be quiet, and you slide in behind the pillar. Let me see something here. You hear them talking. It's almost like they're worshiping something from what you can tell, but you can't understand what they're saying.
Okay.
Can you tell what language it is or no?
Nope.
Can I hear it?
Roll a perception.
9 + 5 is 14.
And
You can hear little bits of it, and you recognize that they are speaking Draconic.
Ah. Okay. Then I'm gonna wait for Scar to get back still.
would you guys? I'd like to bring out my companion. I believe I can do it soundlessly. I'd like to bring out the arcane turret quietly. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, you can pull it out.
You can try.
You can put it right beside you.
I would love that.
Okay.
And it's going to be a what is that one called?
You have the shield turret? Is that the one this is?
Protector. This will be the protector turret. So I'm gonna put him onto the ground and let him unfurl into a miniature version of me. It's not. It only looks like a miniature version of me because it's a minotaur to them, but it actually doesn't look much like me. It actually represents or looks like somebody else.
Okay.
What do these pillars look like? Is it something I could like climb on?
You can certainly try.
Well, I mean,
They go up. They're round, even though they show square there, but they're round. They do have some flat spots on them on the bottom, and there are just carvings all the way up them.
but like, does it go all the way up to the ceiling?
All the way up to
or
the
is it-
ceiling. Yep.
Okay, so there's no. What I was looking for was a perch, but if they're connected all the way from the ground to the to the ceiling, then I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
All right. Then I will sneak back to the group.
You lightly open the door. Grofile's standing there, waiting.
Patiently. Could you hear anything? Because to me it sounded
They
like
are.
they were
I
speaking
tell them to move
Draconic.
back so we can close the door.
Yep. Let's take a step back.
Sormir steps back. Scar slips inside.
They are speaking. I just don't know the language. They are worshipping something. I'm assuming it's the big dragon at the end of the hall.
It sounds like they're speaking Draconic, and I actually know how to speak that. Can I slip past you and kind of sneak into the room to see if I can understand what's going on?
I would advise against it unless you have something that can help you. Yeah.
I think I can sneak in behind that pillar, the same one you were behind.
Unless you can conceal yourself, I don't advise it.
There is 2 people talking there. What?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I give him the count of how many I saw in there.
Okay.
That's a lot. I'm usually pretty stealthy, though. I'm probably be okay.
All right. I will go to the left. You take the pillar on the right.
Okay.
Right.
Obviously gonna have to roll stealth.
If you'd like to.
No. Yeah, I would.
Scar, you still have yours from before.
17.
Okay. You feel stealthy.
Okay. So what do I hear?
You just hear him.
Message me.
No, you hear him talking about you hear him talking about Varsith and how they're going to ride dragons into battle and purge the world with fire, and roll a perception.
16.
Okay. Just various things like that.
Okay. Can I... Okay, I don't think that there's anything else I can do in here before we decide to either engage or sneak through. You said there's only 2 large doors, and are those other 2 small doors?
Yeah.
Okay. I say I'll kind of signal the Scar and tell us to kind of group back up.
I just nod.
Okay. So we'll walk back to the door and get a game plan together.
Okay. So you're going to walk back to the door?
Yep.
You push it and Blaylock's right on the other side.
Ooh, I'll back up.
And Scar, you're going inside too?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you see?
See a lot of people who are chanting about this Varsus and riding dragons into battle, and looks like something that there's a lot of them. I mean,
Can we get around them?
I don't personally see how unless we take the door to the north. But we don't know what's on that side either.
It could be more trouble.
And that room is pretty open.
Is open a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, plenty of places for me to shoot, but they still outnumber us.
It would seem. What do you propose?
What if we try and take out as many as we can all at the same time? You think that would work?
Do you
On the
have
top of
such
us.
things?
Well, I might be able to put a couple of them to sleep. Might work. They are pretty close together. I might be able to get 4 of them in one go.
Okay. Well, we need to be prepared in case it doesn't work.
This sounds like an excellent opportunity to try out Thunderwave.
You've tried it once already, Blaylock.
Yes,
Turn-
stay away from me this time.
I know you have been able to turn people invisible.
I can.
That
What are
might
you
make him
proposing?
close enough to take out as many as possible in one turn.
I mean, I could try to sneak and get that guy at the pedestal like I did the guy in the hatchery.
Could you do that in front of all eyes?
It'd be a good way to
There's not much
end
to
up on the
hide.
ground again.
Yeah, there's not much to hide behind, little one.
Okay, I won't then.
We could start from the back and work our way forward.
Are they all facing the... Did I notice if they were all facing the front?
Yeah, they're all facing the front, the west wall.
Well, currently we have 2 of us that can use bows and crossbows. We've got 2 pillars that we can hide behind. So we have long range taken care of. Your contraption there. What else can it do?
It can shield us in case we take too much damage. I've prepared for the worst.
The dragon statues that are the smaller dragon statues, do they look like something that could be hidden behind?
They're kind of up in the air. They're not.
Okay, so they're not on
Yeah,
the ground.
no.
And the benches, I'm thinking more church pew-ish.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Why don't we try and see if we can sneak and take out some in the back before they notice us?
Well,
Like I said, I
here's
can
my
try and put some of them to sleep. It'd probably be the stealthiest way to take some down.
Can you put them to sleep silently?
That's a question for Fleshman. It doesn't say anything about noise. The only thing they would hear is bodies hitting the ground.
Does it have a verbal component?
Oh, it would say verbal, I believe.
It just says level 1 enchantment, if that's what you're talking about.
No, there'll be a verbal, somatic, or material component of that spell.
So it
So,
says
yes,
components,
it has-
B, verbal.
Yep.
So they'd hear me?
There's a
You'd be
good.
talking.
You'd have to talk. Yeah,
And you can't just whisper it?
it's a spell.
So, if Zoramir
yeah.
were to sneak up behind them on the left and start on the right, and as soon as it seems they notice, then you hit them with that sleep.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. He makes you invisible. You move up to the front.
Interesting.
Use Thunderwave.
Playlock? Oh.
Use Thunderwave. While myself and the little one take cover behind these pillars for long range attacks. And while they're distracted by your Thunder Strike, he can try to put some to sleep.
If just you said that they were about 20 feet apart. If I
Yep.
were to get like in that big gap between the 4 on the top, would that hit all 4 on the right?
You're talking.
No, not that middle. Sorry, top row. So that's the 5 on the top.
Okay.
The gap down 1 block from there. Oh yeah, it looks like it'll hit all of them.
It'll
Well,
hit
I
a.
didn't mean like.
It'll hit a large
few of
number of them. Yeah, all but
Now, you do
one.
have to realize with sleep, it's the total hit points of
What you
the
roll.
creature.
Yeah, and what you
in
roll.
that.
I imagine if there's that many of them, they're not super high hit points, to be honest.
You don't know that.
You don't know
I
that.
don't.
That's
Well, that's what I'm
metagaming, and
hoping.
it's discouraged.
That's what I was hoping, though. I'm like, there's a lot of them, and he doesn't want to kill us now.
Don't I?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you might want to kill me.
He will bring out the biggest, nastiest stone monstrosity out here with 1,000,000 hit points and then have 12 of their brothers.
He already did that when we played Ark. What are you talking about?
Okay,
That's right.
continue.
I think that's the best option, though.
I
If
think
they're
that's a good plan.
if they're distracted by the thunder strike, and then you have 2 of us shooting at them from the back.
I can smack him with Scorching Ray, too, or cast my own Shatter from a distance.
Well, I think we would have a surprise attack with them not knowing or not being able to see Blaylock.
Well, I meant like after he does his thing, obviously. I wouldn't
Yes.
want to. I don't want to initiate, right? This is follow up.
So we 2 would get behind pillars and ready, bow and crossbow. You cast invisibility and let him move into position. Once he hits off thunderclap,
Okay.
we will take off with our arrows, and you can cast whatever you need to cast.
All right, I like it. I can do what I want. I like it.
I could also send in the turret as a distraction, and then when they gathered around it, can I make this thing explode?
I don't think you're high enough level yet.
No, I can't make it explode. Okay.
I think that would give up the element of surprise currently.
Okay. Then I agree with your plan.
All right, I'm good for it. Let's go, man.
So I and the little one will take place behind the 2 pillars and
Okay.
notch some arrows.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on Blaylock.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to sneakily start working my way around.
Okay. Roll your sneak.
Sneak
You
is
are a-
necessary with invisibility, correct?
Yep. There.
That's stealth. 15.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
All right, I'm going to start moving my way towards the south.
Just where do you want? You're invisible and sneaking. Where do you want to go?
Oh, well, I didn't know if I had to like re-roll or anything.
Nope.
Eventually, I want to make it over in right there. Does that put me in range of as many as possible? So
I don't know what your range is.
15. Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's
What about numbnuts in front of me?
Yep. He's just in range.
All right. All right. Are we ready?
I would like to go in the room, and I think the turret. I'd like to take the turret with me if I can.
You can't touch you can't do anything with the turret.
I can make it come in and then move the turret into the.
I would like
Remember,
to.
we're doing sneak attack or a surprise attack before we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
leave
know.
the turret there. It's a distraction.
I'm gonna sneak on the same pillar as Zoramir.
Okay. You have your sneak
Funny
from
that-
earlier, so you're good.
All right. Turret will stay there. It's too much. It could be a giveaway.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
All right. Do it.
it should say on the spell, right?
Yes.
So let's see. Thunder Wave is. All of them have to make a Constitution saving throw
Yeah.
that are within
I have
range.
14. I just want to know what the modifier is there.
Oh, for the damage?
No, for it to hit, right?
No, you don't. You don't roll to hit. It's a saving throw.
Oh, okay. Well, save away. Constitution of
Uh,
Constitution saving throw. Each 15 cube
Yep.
makes a Constitution saving throw.
okay. The main guy fails.
Okay.
Top left fails. Right fails. 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 They all fail.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
That's how I'm rolling tonight.
So it's this 2d8.
So roll 2d8, and that much damage affects all of them.
All of them. All right. Well, that saves a lot of rolling. 5 points of damage.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's only 5 points of damage. Yep. I rolled a 1 and a 4.
All right, Scar. What are you doing?
And I'm also going to push them.
It's only one thing. Oh, you're going to choose to push them because of the spell?
It pushes them as well as doing damage, right? In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within blah, 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 push 10 feet away. And the smell... Oh, never mind. I thought it pushed the creatures away, too. Never
Yep.
mind. Okay.
Now, when he does this, he becomes visible again, correct?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna yell out, "Make your way back this way!" And I'm gonna shoot at the guy straight in front of me.
Okay. This guy here.
Yep.
All right, make the shot.
17.
That would hit.
Okie-doker. I need to move away from spells. 1d8 plus 5. For 9 damage.
Zormir is going to take a shot at, we'll say, the blue one. And he hits. And let's see. Ugh, God.
What?
I just didn't grab the right dice. Okay. All right. And Grovile, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna cast Firebolt on the blue one.
On the blue one also? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what happens. Hold on.
You didn't even ask about damage or anything.
We
Well,
haven't gotten
but-
there yet.
We'll do it. I'm waiting on you to do it while I...
Oh, I thought you were starting. I'm like, oh,
No.
okay. It's 13.
Dude, roll to hit. That would hit.
Oh yeah, that's roll to hit is 13.
Then
Or
roll...
am I just guaranteed hitting?
No.
That'd be nice. And then 5.
Okay. So, all of a sudden, Blaylock out of nowhere just appears and a thunderous wave goes out, and you see parts of their flesh start peeling off from the explosion. As he does that, Scar jumps out and yells, "Get back here!" and fires a shot with his bow. And the red one he pierces it right through the throat. It grabs at its throat as blood starts spurting out on the one sitting in front of him. And it's just squirting air, and it slides down onto the floor, dead. Zoromir pops out, and he fires the crossbow. which pierces right through the eye of the one in the back, just as Grovile comes out and fires a firebolt at it, scorching its flesh into cinders, and it just falls over to the side, dead.
Nice.
Roll initiative.
Beautiful.
Ooh, that was almost a terrible initiative roll.
Right.
Okay.
Nat 20 would have been beautiful right there.
Okay. 15 to 20
20.
or higher.
15.
Who had the 20? Scar?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Grovile.
I had 17.
Blaylock at 15.
Blaylock, that's like the highest initiative you've ever had.
All right.
All right. Grovile, you're up.
I would like to cast Firebolt again.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it on the next closest one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to aim for the one with the book, because I think I can hit that one. I have 120 feet I can
Oh, yeah.
range. I'm pretty sure I can hit the one on the book.
You can
Yeah,
hit
I'll-
every corner of this room if you have 120 range.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack that one.
Okay.
13. 7 plus 6.
That would hit.
Nice. 8.
All right, your firebolt arcs out from across the room, illuminating some portions as it slams into him, searing parts of his flesh. You can see his face scorched, and one eye is sealed closed now from the burn wounds. Scar, you're up.
All right, I'm going to do a combat roll to that first bench in front of me.
Okay.
Now, question.
Yep.
If I use my bonus action, can I shoot 2 arrows?
Do you
I know
get?
It's not like swords.
Do you get 2 attacks?
I do, if I use my bonus.
Yeah, I think it's fine on a bow
Okay.
because the reload is not there.
Then I will go for the one straight in front of me after the dead one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a 27.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. 13 damage to that one.
You fire your arrow right into the chest. You hear it, and it slumps down into the pew. It's dead.
I'm gonna do the one directly south of that one.
Okay.
It's not as good. 16
That hits.
for an 11.
This one, right straight gut shot, embeds all the way in, and as he kind of stumbles forward and he turns to the side, you see you actually hit through his gut, and it hit his spine, and it pushed his spine out the back of him, and he's just leaking fluids from the back, and he falls forward. He's dead.
That's my turn.
Blaylock, you're up.
Taking the cue from Scar, I'm going to run back. How far can I run? Is it 30?
You get right there.
Okay.
That's it?
I'm going to use a bonus action and bring the turret into the room. He can move 15 feet as a bonus action.
Okay. All right.
I don't think I can do anything else here. I've got a dart. Yeah, I'll throw
You
a dart.
do.
What?
You can't, since you did your movement, you did a bonus action, you haven't done an action. If you want to dash as your action, you can get farther back.
Yep.
That makes more sense now with my goring rush. Okay. What I can do is if I dash, I get another 20 feet and I make a melee attack. But there's no one to melee if I go another 20. I'll do that. I'm going to dash. Go the extra 20. Or whatever.
30.
it is.
Yep.
30.
Okay.
Alright, that's it. That's the end.
Zoromir steps out and fires his crossbow at... Actually, I have to look on that one. He hits.
Who's he hitting?
This one right here.
Okay.
And he fires true right into the upper thigh of the creature. It looks down in anger and rips the arrow out, and as it rips the arrow out, blood spurts across the floor, and it just starts draining blood onto the floor. He had hit a major artery. It's dead. And he uses his bonus action to reload the crossbow. It's the creature's turn. Okay. That one's gone. That one's
I don't know
gone.
how tempted I was just to sit there and thunder wave again.
Well, I mean, if that's what you wanted to do, yeah.
Yeah, I was tempted, but I was like, no.
We need you to stay alive to revive Zoromir when he dies.
No, well, Scar was a shouted to lead back. We're talking like 3 seconds, so there's no time for any like hardcore tactical. You just blew 6 people up right in the fray, you know.
I'm nervous about the one at the podium. That's why I shot at him. I'm curious to see what he does.
Right now, he's one-eyed Willie right now.
Well, doesn't mean I won't shoot at him again.
In the other eye.
He doesn't. Alright, what is he gonna do? What did he do? What did he do? Oh,
Scar,
he's
it's your
running out.
turn.
So they all moved, huh?
Wait, what about my turn? I
Yeah,
move
he
before
goes
Scar.
before me. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, where? You got? Yeah, something weird happened. Yeah, go for it.
Killed Grovile. No.
Yeah,
Somehow I passed him on the when I was cycling
bu-
through.
I was about to say, did he cast something on me? What's up with that?
Blinked out of existence.
I'm gonna cast Shatter and see if I can hit all of them.
Okay. What's the range on Shatter?
Shatter's range is 60 feet. Or no. Shatter's range for me is 60 feet. The range of Shatter is 10.
Yep, you can hit right there. Yep, you're good. You can hit all of them. Hold on.
Except for the big one.
Nope, you can hit all of them. You're good.
And I'm gonna hit all of them with Shatter.
All right, is that a dex saving throw?
That is a dex saving throw.
All right.
Or I'm sorry, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. First one saves with a natural 20. Fails. 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 Fails.
Nice. And I have to roll.
Get these out of my system. I should change out that D20.
Keep it. You keep it.
Also got this here too.
And it's right. It is that. So 6 plus 5 plus 7. That's pretty good.
How much total?
I'm an idiot. 6 is 11, 18.
Okay.
Good lord.
It's Shatter,
rolled
man.
6, 5, and 7.
Shatter's no joke.
Did you cast it at second level?
Yes. I don't have it at first level for some reason. I can only cast it at second level.
All right. So, out from Grovile, you hear, and you see wood splinter as pews burst, and you see arms fly into the air. You see various things of the creatures as their chests explode and their heads explode. The rest of the pieces fall to the ground, and that's it.
Didn't one of them roll a natural 20 to avoid the hit?
Save. Yeah.
That's for half damage, right?
Yep.
Yep, still kills him.
Really? Man, I should have saved that spell slot.
Hey, we were using Shatter as what was it? Depth charges.
Yeah, you were.
Our campaign. You just have to get close enough.
Well,
I mean, it worked.
that was thrilling.
Hey, Zormir, you're not dead.
I am. I didn't even get hit.
You know, a little bit of pre-planning.
It makes a big difference.
Element of surprise.
That
Works
that
out.
worked out very well. Now, remember, we made a lot of noise.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm the one specifically who made a lot of noise.
Shatter does too.
Oh, does
Shatter
it
makes
really?
a ton. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Oh, okay. Well, so they might know that we're here if they don't already. So let's be cautious.
Keep that turret close.
Yeah. So I'd like to investigate the room.
Okay. The
I
room.
specifically would like to. Oh, sorry.
Okay, keep going.
I want to specifically, when we get around to it, closely examine that book.
Okay.
And
So-
I want to look at those eyes in that the statue, big statue.
Okay. I'm just getting everybody in position. Blaylock, when you say the room, you just want to look at everything? You want to look at the bodies? You want to look...
So, I mean, I didn't really get a good look at the room because Scar did, but I didn't. So I just wanted to investigate the room and see what if I notice anything.
Okay, as you look around, you see the things that have already been described, some statues and different things.
Okay.
Yep.
So the ones on the wall, they're just kind of hanging out in the air.
Yes.
And there's just that big fat one on the that's right behind the altar.
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm gonna rifle through the bodies while they're searching through that.
Okay, just to take care of this.
Yep.
You go through all the bodies. You find 3 healing potions. Potion of healings. 20 gold pieces. And on the one that was reading from the book, the head one, you find a small key. All right. Grovile, you are next.
I would like to.
You
look
walk
at
up to...
that book.
Hold on. On the pedestal, below the dragon, rests a large book bound in red leather. A thick metal band binds it closed with a small keyhole, and just on the outside of the band.
The book has a keyhole in it?
It's on a latch that's on the outside of the book. The book is not open.
Oh,
It makes no
okay.
sense for me to put a closed book on there.
It looks like it's open to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have so many
Okay.
graphics to work with.
Okay. Is there any writing on the outside of the book?
You can investigate and see.
Yeah. That's not gonna be good. 8.
Okay. You kind of look it over. Nothing really comes to you.
And can I check it to see if there's any traps if I try and pick it up?
I mean, you can pick it up.
You're saying I don't have to roll?
You already rolled.
I'm gonna pick it up anyway. Screw it. Let's
All
go
right.
for it. I'm gonna pick up this book.
You pick it up.
Nice.
All right, I'm still right.
Just waiting.
Bodies, so.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the 5 points of thunder damage is all.
All right. I roll for that, and that's just what you get. That's weird. It really is. Scar, so you walk up and you see this massive statue. As you get closer, you see its eyes. I actually have a description for this.
And I just want to, I want to correct myself.
Yeah.
I do have 2-weapon fighting. It's, I can use the attack action, but I have to use the bonus action with a secondary weapon, so I wouldn't have gotten that second shot.
Ah, okay. No
We
big
do
deal
have
on
a
this one.
longbow.
Yep.
What you see is a large representation of a great red dragon towering above you. The amount of detail is astounding as you look closely at it. Each scale seems to be inset with gem dust of the finest ruby, giving it kind of a sparkly red sheen, and its eyes look to each have one large ruby in them that glow in the moonlight.
I'm going to see if I can't take those.
Okay. Roll a acrobatics, because you will have to climb up to get them.
19.
Okay. So you climb up and grab the gem. As you grab it, 1 second.
I set off a trap. Ah!
You might have.
I know.
From the mouth of the statue, it begins glowing, and a massive fireball fires out from its mouth into the room.
I'm standing in front of it. Is it going to hit me in the back?
It's actually above you, so
Oh, thank God.
it hits right there. Give me 1 second.
It hits
It
the
hits-
preacher guy.
It hits Zoramir right in the
I did
face.
say I wasn't a rogue.
All right. From there. All right, Blaylock and Zoramir are in range, so both of them need to make a dex saving throw.
Well, good thing I'm on the book.
Wait, dex saving throw?
Yep.
Oh, I don't roll for anything.
Yeah, no, you roll.
Oh, okay.
Roll a d20, and then in the
Yeah.
upper left, there's a dex save to add to it.
19.
Okay. So let me get the damage.
Zoramir dies.
Speaking too soon.
Okay, there's a lot of rolling going on there for damage.
That's because you're about to get fucked by a statue.
Zoramir and Blaylock, as this fireball comes out, you both jump as far out of the way as you can. The blast you see just blows pieces of the bodies all over the place. Both of you take 12 points of damage, fire damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
That was half, by the way.
You
Oh,
rolled
but-
low then.
Yes, I did. I rolled a lot of ones. It's 8d6. Scar, so you the gem didn't come out of the eye socket, but you saw the fireball come out.
Seeing this, I'm going to look for traps.
Okay. You can investigate.
And do Blaylock and Zoramir move out of the way because they dove?
Yeah,
If they-
we dove out of the way.
21.
While you saw something happen, you can't seem to comprehend the nature of how this works. It's not a mechanical trap.
Mm,
Okay, so the gem didn't come loose at all, and it shot a fireball. Okay, well,
I shout at its Scar. Hey, want me to blow that up?
I think this is. I can't find a mechanical reason for that to have happened. I'm thinking this is more on the magical side.
It might be.
Next time, could you warn us and we'll get out of the way?
Again, I'm not a rogue. I saw a shiny and I went for it. But sorry, my apologies.
Grovile, could you take a look at that dragon?
Can I
I'm
turn
gonna
around
move
and
out. I'm gonna move out of the way.
can I turn around and do an Arcana check on it?
You'd have you would need to do an Arcana check. You would need to climb up there to it, though.
I'll climb up. Why not?
Okay. Give me an acrobatics.
I'm gonna move out of the way.
Scar, I'm guessing you got down.
I'm gonna get down.
Okay.
Natural 20, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nimbly, he climbs up the side of it, and you're in front. You can do an Arcana check.
He did a
Yeah.
nat 20 on a climb.
But it was such a fantastic climb.
Yeah.
Nat 20 again. What? No
Do what?
joke. A nat 20 on the Arcana check, too.
Okay. You can see that these are looking at it and kind of studying the gems. You can see they've been magically set into this statue. Knowing what you know about this sort of thing, it's not something that it's a little bit above your spell understanding to disable something of this complexity.
Is it something that I could disable by blowing it up and then taking the gems?
You know
Do I
that,
know that?
you would know from the natural 20 roll that that might be devastating to everyone in the room.
Gotcha.
Can I come over there and take a look at the book that he left behind?
Yeah.
Or did, okay.
No, I'm holding the book. I picked it up.
Okay. Never mind.
I'm gonna get down. Do I have to roll a dex check to get
No,
down?
you get down. You have the book.
Okay. And I'm gonna head over to.
Let me see that book for a moment,
Blaylock.
please.
I'll hand him the book.
Okay.
And I'll
He hands you the book. It's
I'm gonna I'll take one bandaged hand, and I'm gonna did we already inspect this for traps? Do you know
I
if this
did.
is trapped?
I looked at it and I didn't see anything. So.
All right, because
Go
I have
for
a
it.
key that I found on the shaman back there. So I'm gonna stick the key in the slot.
I'm gonna take one step back before he sticks the key in the slot.
Okay.
I'm going to explode.
you stick the key in the slot and you turn it. As you turn the lock, the metal clasp releases, and there's a momentary burst of energy that bursts out from the book, and you hear a loud sound of gears turning, and wisps of magic can be heard in the room. A large clank of metal on metal sounds as a hissing sound from the statues along the north and south walls of the room. Suddenly, a green liquid begins pouring from the mouths of the statue and covering the floors. I need everyone to roll initiative for this
Damn it.
part.
13.
Dang, Zoramir rolled a natural 20.
Where it doesn't matter. It's where I rolled the nat 20s.
18.
Okay, so Zoramir. 18. Okay, anyone higher than that?
Scars.
17.
Okay. Wow, all of you guys, like, you don't roll like this in real combat.
I never do.
Okay.
3.
All right. So, 1 second.
Is Zormir out in the room all by himself?
Yeah.
He's just staring at the dead bodies, contemplating life.
Right now he's holding onto his wounded side.
Ah.
Before we get started, I need everyone to roll a perception check.
20, not natural.
Okay.
14 for Scar.
Okay.
What'd you say? Rolling perception?
Yes.
7.
Okay. One second. All right. I should roll for. Okay. You see Zoramir. Let me get back to my right layer here. Guys, something came up.
I see. Ruins. Do I, is it in a language that I recognize? Or
They're
is it-
just runes. Yep. You're
I
up.
see them as well.
Okay.
See runes.
There are runes on the pillar. Is this the same language that we saw before with the statues of armor? Scar?
You don't recognize.
And they appeared on all 4 pillars?
Yes.
Okay. Does anything else? Can I see anything in the book?
There's writing that you don't
Okay,
understand.
Okay, I don't understand.
Can I look at the book?
If he hands you the book for his action, it's
I
not.
can-
It's Scar's turn right now. We're in.
we're combat, kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look at the pillar below me.
Okay. You're gonna go over there.
Yeah, I'm going to investigate that ruin, see if I can't figure something out.
Okay. It's when you get over there, it's a glowing rune. It's right at your level, surrounded in a circular shape.
Can I see if there's is there anything I moved? Does it?
No,
It just lit up.
it's just lit up.
I touch it.
Okay. You place your hand in it, and as you do, the rune lights up with a brighter light, and the statue nearest to you, the flow of the liquid seems to reduce some, but it's still coming out.
Guys, it's probably some sort of order, but everybody tried touching one of the pillars.
Okay.
All right, Laylock, you're up.
I'm going to run to the bottom right pillar.
Okay, you can get right there.
Mm,
Oh, with your dash.
yeah, I'll use the dash.
Okay, you can get right there. Grovile, you are up.
Kind of wish I got that book, because I can read Draconic, and I bet you it's in Draconic.
Probably. Keep going.
I'm gonna go to the pillar closest to me and touch it. Why not?
Okay.
That's glowing, right?
Put your hand in the rune, and the statue nearest to you, the flow subsides just a bit. All right, end of the round. As you as the room continues, you all take 3 points of poison damage. You're not poisoned, but you took poison damage.
Okay.
And
I don't like this and you speak of.
Well, that's the pool around him.
yeah, the pools in the far end, eastern end of the room have begun to grow. And Soromir's turn. Soromir is going to move down and put his hands in there. And the flow subsides a bit.
Okay.
Scar, your turn.
I take my hand off of it.
Okay.
See what happens.
The flow increases.
I put my hand back on it.
Okay. Blaylock.
I'm going to move to the northeastern, and I'm going to put my hand on the rune.
Okay. So you put your hand on the rune, and it lights up, and all the statues stop flowing.
Whew.
Do we hear the same mechanical click or anything that we heard the first time?
A loud clang can be heard in the distance as the sounds of gears grinding halt fill your ears. The flow of acid from the statues recedes, leaving the acid in its wake. A clicking sound from the doors to the north and east sides of the room can be heard. And that's it. You're no longer in a situation of combat.
It's like a skill challenge.
Blaylock, I've never seen you run that fast before.
I'm becoming quite adept at running perilously for my life. I can't read this book, Grovile, and I'm going to walk around the acid, and then I'm going to walk over there and hand it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to read the book.
Okay. Inside the book, you see in Draconic, it's a history of dragons with a focus on red dragons and the scorching of the land that's there. It works as kind of like their holy doctrine, talking about Varthus purging of the area. As you flip through the book several times, a few pages fall out, and you collect them, and you kind of look over them, and you now have 2 scrolls of cure wounds, 2 scrolls of magic missile, 2 scrolls of comprehend language, and 2 scrolls of chromatic orb.
Two scrolls of cure wounds, 2 scrolls of magic missile, 2 scrolls of something being able to read.
Comprehend language.
And the last one is which one?
2 of chromatic orb.
I don't know how scrolls work. Am I supposed to know how these work?
We'll go through it if you need it.
We can do that later after the stream.
Scrolls, you just read them, it consumes a scroll and the spell happens.
Do you need to be a wizard to use them?
No, not. As long as you understand the language in them.
As long as you understand the language, anybody can use a scroll.
And they're all in Draconic.
So no one else can speak Draconic, right? Just me?
No, just you.
Then they're all mine, baby. These These papers might come in handy later. I'm gonna keep these.
Now,
And I kind of
question.
roll them up and store them in my stuff.
Can he learn? Yeah, well, he's a sorcerer, right? Not a
Yeah.
wizard. Okay.
Or no, he's a wizard.
Oh, he's a wizard. He should be able to write it into his.
Some of them, yeah.
And it'll have a permanent spell.
Magic missile, I think, is what I'm gonna want, if I remember correctly. And
I think that's a cantrip.
No,
It's pretty.
it's a spell.
It's a spell.
Oh,
I think it's a first or second level spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was
First
one that
level.
didn't actually cost anything.
No, it does.
Okay.
All right. What now?
Well, that was perilous. I'd like to see what's going on in these north rooms. Zoramir, do you see anything in particular with these doors in the north?
I can go take a look. Goes up.
Be careful, you took quite the hit there with that fire.
He looks them over, looks at the door. The one straight north of where you guys are doesn't seem to be locked or trapped. It looks fine.
Okay. What do you see? What did you notice with those red rubies?
Are you talking to me?
No, Grovile.
what do you mean?
The rubies. Did you hopped up there to look at the rubies?
Oh yeah, those ones. Yeah, I would leave those alone, man. Hey, those are bad news, and that's coming from me. I like to steal everything, and I won't take those. If you want to try, I can't be in the room. I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't want to see what happens to you.
I will take your word for it. You know more of this than I. Okay, so I say we look in the doors in the north.
All right.
I'm just adding in my scrolls.
I would agree. I'm not looking forward to seeing what's behind the big door just yet.
All right. Zoramir opens the door, and you see a long hallway that ends in some sort of room.
What is it that you see?
Just looks like another room. He walks into it a bit.
Be careful. I'll follow behind.
Okay. So he continues on.
I'm gonna follow them
Okay.
as well.
Scar, what are you doing?
Bring the turret in as well, if we're and in the rear.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be behind Gargoyle then. Grovile.
Gargoyle. Makes sense.
I think Gargoyle.
So, all right. The room is empty outside of some writing on the wall above what looks like a lever.
Oh boy.
Mm,
Laylock, don't touch anything.
very.
I told you I put so much time into this thing. We'll say you're all moved in here.
Touch nothing.
Why don't you
Grovile,
try and see if it's magical?
you notice that the writing is draconic.
Oh, there we go. Can I walk up to it and see what it says?
Yeah, well, you can see it from here. It's a small room. As you
He's farsighted
uh,
or nearsighted.
I need to get my reading glasses on.
there you go. That's what it says.
Oh, guys, we're screwed. It's another puzzle.
I'll stand guard outside the door.
Okay. So Scar's gonna move outside the door. Yep.
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
Okay.
What does it say?
It says, "I am the might of those that came before me. I hold my position till the magic calls."
As you finish that, a circular set of runes ignite on the wall,
Oh, shit.
Ah, no.
and they glow.
All right.
I say we hold and investigate the room on the right.
Wait, can I try and see if these runes look familiar to me before we just say, fuck it, and leave?
They just look like runes. Nothing in a language you would
Similar-
understand.
Similar to any of the runes we've seen so far?
You've seen a lot of runes so far, so yes.
I'm gonna stay in the room with the runes. You guys can do what you want. I want to try and see if I can figure anything out about them.
All right.
We may need you in the other room since you speak Draconic.
I mean, you're probably right. Can't you guys pick up a book and read sometime? Jeez.
Come, follow me.
All right.
Anything
I'll follow.
special about that? Is that a lever or something?
It is a lever. Yeah.
Okay, so
Everything about a lever makes me want to pull it, but I'm not.
Think about what the runes said. It says to wait.
It says, "I am the might of those that came before. I hold my position till the magic calls." So
I don't think their magic is called yet. Let's see what the other room yields.
all right.
wait. Before I leave, is there anything else in the book that may specify that or relate to these runes in any way?
It's just a history of dragons.
Okay.
All
I
right.
will say that maybe the thieves stay in one room, I go to the other room. That way there's similar skill sets in each room.
I'll stay.
Maybe
I'll stay
someone
here.
Someone else has to read the other room, so I gotta go to whatever the other room is. So I'll go with Blaylock. We'll take the turret with us too.
Yeah, that's not what I said, because now you got both people with thieving skills in the same room.
Oh, I'll take Zoromir.
Okay.
Oh, Zoromir.
Okay. Is Blaylock, what are you doing?
So they're going off to the other room.
Yep.
I will hold tight here with the turret and Scar.
Okay. So Grovile and Zoromir, I'll walk over here.
You're gonna walk around the
Around the yes.
around the ass.
It's still there. You can still smell it burning the stone.
All right. Let's walk in.
Again, this room is empty. Outside of some draconic writing on the wall above the lever.
All right. Let me read it. And after I read it, can I do an investigation on this lever?
Yeah.
Some sort of investigation on it.
You gonna pull a baby Yoda and then take the hat off?
All right. Now the two in there can't hear it. So should I walk over there to tell them what I see, or are they allowed to know what you just sent me? I don't want to spoil anything because they can't hear me.
Keep it in the RP. You'd have to communicate that to us.
Yeah.
Unless you have another method of communication.
So,
Zoromir's in the room with you.
but you know what it says.
Yep, I do. So are we assuming you've read it out loud to Zoromir?
Yeah, I read it out loud for Zoromir.
Okay. As the words leave your lips, another set of runes appear next to the lever.
Do we hear anything or see anything in the other room?
Nope.
Okay.
Do they look similar to the ones we saw in the other room?
Yep.
I mean, that's not super helpful. And there's 4 of them still.
There's just. What do you mean 4 of them?
You said there were 4 runes that appeared, or was it just 1?
It's a circular set of runes that spin.
They're spinning too. Ooh. All right, Zormir, you stay here and hold up the fort. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read this to the other guys, and maybe we can put our heads together to figure this out. Unless you want to come with, I just,
I'll stay here.
Okay. I'm gonna walk to the other room and tell the guys what I heard or what I read.
Okay.
All right. So, here, guys, this is what the other room says. It says, "I am the magic of the winged one strong. I hold my position till my might restored." So
This means absolutely nothing to me.
It reminds me of it reminds me of Gandalf. I have no memory of this place.
So, all right, read the first one again.
the one from this room says, "I am the might of those that came before. I hold my position till the magic calls."
Okay. Now, what does the second one say from the other room?
It says, "I am the magic of the winged one strong. I hold my position till my might restored." So maybe we push the button in the other room first, because he's the
Sounds
magic.
like one needs magic to use, and the other needs strength.
Well, the other one says it's named magic. I am magic. And the other one says, "I hold my position till the magic calls," right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It seems that this would have to be, if there was an order to it, then the other room should be hit first.
Yeah, that's all I can think.
Check.
Can we check to see if there's any other rooms? Maybe that there's another puzzle? Because this might not be the whole thing.
It might not be.
I mean,
We'd have to check that
you've
larger
looked
door.
all around throughout the big room and all that. There's no other rooms.
I am the magic of the winged one strong. I hold my position till my might restored.
I say that we use some magic on the other one to try and unlock it. Or move it.
Okay, I asked about doing an investigation on... I asked about doing an investigation on the other one.
Yeah. I mean,
do I have to roll for that, or
it's
a lever?
It's a lever. It's intricate. It's been made very well. It looks strong.
I don't know. If I had to guess, it would be an order thing, and it would be the right side, left side, and I would guess it's just pushing it.
So the other should be hit first.
That's my guess, but if you guys have a better guess, go for it. Because I guessed the last time on the soldiers, and I was just dead wrong. So
let's go check the big door and see what's behind. At least see what's behind that.
We should probably get Zormir first, because he's just kind of sitting there and waiting for us. So if we're gonna take a pause, we're gonna need to get him too.
Yes. I'll go over there and I'll get him.
Okay.
Come meet us at the front door. We'll come back to this in a moment.
Okay, so everybody's going to the front door?
Yep.
Yeah, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I need to step away for a minute.
No. Leave that turret, though.
Okay.
No, we can bring the turret with us. Come on, little guy.
I am the magic of the winged one strong. I hold my position till my might restored, and then I am the might of those that came before. I hold my position till the magic calls. I mean, the only other thing it could be is something with the big dragon in the other room.
It would seem it has to do with the magic of the dragon, the winged one strong, and there's a giant dragon in that room.
But I can't restore a stone dragon, and the other one's just spewed lava or acid everywhere, right? I don't know. Can it be just as easy as pushing the buttons in an order?
It seems that there's an order there.
I'm not going to ask Zormir, because Zormir knows the answer.
Zormir does know the answer. Unfortunately, I can't help you with this one.
Yeah, even if I tried to ask for a hint, you'd
We
give
look
too
at
much.
Zormir, he's just got this vacant look in his face.
He's probably still thinking about the corpses that were on the ground.
Yeah. He's nursing wounds.
Figure I'll take this time to get some water. This puzzle bothers me.
You know riddles.
Oh, this isn't a riddle.
It's just push this button. I mean, we could have pushed it and saw what happened. I mean, we did get 2 chances on the other one. What are the odds this one doesn't have a reset switch too? Blaylock.
Yeah, let's look for a reset switch.
Yeah. Oy vey. Chat has been pretty inactive today.
Yep. That's fine.
I know one of the people watching is me. And I think the person who followed you, Mr. Mansers, I think that's our bard.
That could be.
So, what was the one on the right again?
The one on the right says, I am the magic of the winged one strong. I hold my position till my might restored. Did you mean to say be restored?
Okay, well, what about the one on the left then?
The one on the left says, I am the might of those that came before. I hold my position till the magic calls. Maybe we have to hit them both at the same time, because one's looking for might and one's looking for magic.
So, the one on the right seems to be indicating that it's somewhat in line with the dragon out there. It maybe even to hold the rubies in tow. And it's waiting for the strong, correct? Is that what the room on the right is saying?
It's like both the rooms are waiting for each other. I don't know. Maybe you can only activate one of them. Maybe that's what it is, and it's a reward. That's what You know what? That might be what it is. You can only activate one. I bet you it's not even a riddle this time.
All right. Sounds like Scar is back.
So we don't think it's a riddle, or we don't think it's.
Right now, you're all at the door.
Right now, I'm starting to think it's not a riddle. I'm starting to think that it is just saying that we can get a reward, but only one of them, because each of them is waiting for the other to be pushed. So either we have to hit them both at the same time, or we can only activate one. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking that we hit the one on the left and then the right. But let's Scar has a good idea as to what is behind this giant door down here.
I did not succeed the last time, so you're up. You tell me what to do.
All right. Well, we've got 3 doors, so let's see what's behind door number 3 before we make any decisions.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the big door.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I will investigate the big door.
Okay. These doors, you don't need to roll. They're massive. hewn from stone, interweaved with various metals. They're very large, strong doors.
Push on it.
So you push on it, they definitely don't move.
Okay, so maybe the two doors or the two levers on the inside are what open this third door.
That would make sense.
I'm gonna push them. I want to push them. I think we should do it.
The
I think
levers.
we should. Yes.
All right.
I think.
Let's do. Should we try one at a time first?
Sure. I want to push the one on the right first, but that's just me.
Okay, I'm assuming everybody's moving back in that room.
Okay.
Is it still glowing?
Yeah.
Or do I have to read it again?
Nope, still glowing.
Is everyone okay with me pushing it?
Push it. Let's see what happens.
Well, you typically
I'm a push.
pull a lever, but yes.
Pull a lever. Yeah.
No, I want to. Are you sure I have to pull it?
Pull it.
There's no sign on here saying pull or push.
Yeah.
But do
Yeah,
whatever you like.
I'm gonna be the idiot who walks into a glass door that says
Just-
push, and I'm gonna
Just
pull
jiggle it, but not
Okay.
more than twice.
So you're gonna push it?
I'm a try and see which way it goes, which way it feels right, and then I'm gonna do it whatever way that is.
Well, tell me what you want to do.
I'm gonna push it. Fuck it.
It doesn't move.
I'm gonna pull it.
It doesn't move.
I'm gonna.
All right, I'm gonna march my way over to the other one.
Okay.
I will go with.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it.
It doesn't move.
It's probably
Try and push it.
at the same time.
About this time, your turret.
Okay.
And
Alright,
can we try and coordinate to try and push these at the same time?
Yeah.
Is that a way to happen?
Scar, I can stand in the hallway if you want to push it when I say when. I'll go get Zoramir and have him stand in the hallway as well.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move out into the hallway in earshot or in sight of Zoramir, and I'll go first. I'm gonna communicate to him, Zoramir. I'm going to indicate to you when we're gonna tell Grovile when to pull the lever.
Okay.
All right, and so can you relay that to him, and then we'll see if we can do this in tandem.
Okay.
All right.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and
Pull.
I'm gonna pull.
You both try your best. Levers don't move.
Okay.
Now is the rune on the floor? Like,
It's on the
middle
wall.
of room, or-
It's on the
okay.
wall. Yep.
Can I investigate the room to see if there's anything else in the room? Any other clues? Any other?
I mean, you can. You look around. It looks like an empty room.
Can I do an Arcana check on this lever?
You can.
I'm
Have
going
magic?
to, since the runes in the main corridor we touch to activate, I'm going to touch the rune on my side.
Okay. All of a sudden, your vision darkens, and you perceive yourself in an empty, star-filled blackness. The sounds around you abate. You can't hear the voice of your companions. And as you turn around in the starry blackness, you see a lever in the blackness.
know what to do.
I'm going to pull it.
Still doesn't move.
Okay.
Can I touch the rune as well? Does the same thing happen to me?
You touch the rune, and it feels like the mind of you and Scar have been melded together as one.
Gross.
As you
I only lick myself every other day.
That's a lizard knoll.
Scar, as Grovile moves his arm, you feel your arm move also. And as you move your leg, Grovile, you feel your leg move. And there are now 2 levers in the starry blackness.
I look at him.
Are we 2 separate people, or are we like one person?
It's as if you were one.
I just kind of, so I think to myself, and he hears my thoughts and can respond.
Yep.
Let's pull these levers.
Ooh.
You know you want to.
You reach out and grab the levers, and at the same time you pull them, and the room begins to shake as you are broken free from the starry blackness. You notice the levers are down, and you hear the sound of stone against stone in the distance. Blaylock and Zoramir, what you see is the 2 massive doors start sliding back into the wall itself with a large rumble. Dust falling from the ceiling as a massive hallway presents itself.
Can they hear? Well, I'm gonna say, guys, the door has moved. The door has moved.
I come out.
Okay.
I come out too.
I just kind of glance over at him.
I'm not sure what you did, but it worked.
I bet you he didn't like what he saw.
Why do you have scales?
I just move past and go down to the big door.
Okay.
Just never speak of this.
Zoramir's gonna head that way also, and so you are you going inside?
Yes, but I'm going to be on the lookout for traps.
Okay.
And I thought you were going to say be on the lookout for me.
You enter into a grand hallway that expands upward and forward. It's a massive room. Pillars of flame light the way. As you look around, you see random gashes in the floor below you in the stone. This area looks less traveled by foot compared to everywhere else you've been, and the air is thick with the smell of sulfur and smoke.
Don't like the idea of there being a thick smell of sulfur in the room.
Do you see any kind of traps in here?
I got a 14 on my roll.
Okay. Continue. How far you want to move forward?
We'll do the whole 10 feet again. I'll roll every 10 feet.
Let's not roll that much. This is big place.
He's very excited to show this.
No, you're good. You're good for now. Up to here. There's nothing up to here. For sure.
What? So those little things are just light?
They're just pillars of flame.
They're magical flames, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something just moved up there.
It's your turret following us around.
It was a
We'll
turret.
say every 50 feet you would need to make a new perception check.
Do you want me starting with one now?
Yep,
or-
starting from now.
Okay. 13.
Okay.
I'll just slowly move forward. I'm gonna stealth too.
Okay.
Do we all need to roll stealth?
I am sneaking behind him.
Everyone rolls stealth.
Wait, doesn't he get one more roll? You're laughing because you rolled bad. I already know it.
It's still bad. Yeah, I rolled a natural one, but you're right. He did get 2, but the second one was a 7, so it's still bad. But yeah,
I
Okay.
got 23.
it's a group check anyway. So okay,
Yeah, I got 19.
all right.
He gets those silent shoes and he still rolls bad.
I know, right? He's just not good with magical items.
Yeah. You know what came in handy? That stone sword.
Okay. So we're still going forward.
Yep.
This is very ominous.
You doing another check or?
Well, I wasn't sure if we made 50 feet.
Yep. I just moved you the 50. You're
19 natural.
okay. When you get up to about here, you see a small fist-sized hole in the rock lies hidden behind one of the pylons to the south. You can go over and look at it if you'd like.
Go investigate it.
Okay. Looking at it, it goes in fairly deep, and just inside past the hole is a small basin. But then the hole itself goes back much deeper.
Basin of water?
It's just an empty basin.
Liquid?
I tell the others what I see.
I don't like the looks of that trap. I don't like the looks of it at all. Laylock, can't you check to see if it has any magical properties?
The wall?
Anything with this hole, this trap, this basin, anywhere around us?
I can do and I can try to investigate it, but nothing more than anybody else probably could. I could see if it's magical in nature. Can I investigate it to see if it's magical?
How do you want to do that?
I think I'm going to try and cast Detect Magic.
Okay. As a ritual?
I'm going to do it as a ritual.
Yeah. It has no component, so it's just verbal and somatic. So for the next...
Give me some time to think on this and gather myself, and then I'll investigate this.
As you cast the Detect Magic, a series of words appear above the hole, and while you can't read them, you're the only one that can see them. They look like the words that were in the book that you had earlier.
Interesting. How difficult would it be for me to be able to write those down on something?
You could try. Roll a performance.
Oh. Ha! My performance is a -3. 6.
Six. What you write down? Grovile, you understand the word "shall." That was the only one that he got that you understand in Draconic.
Cannot see that well in this lighting. It
Well,
looks
that
like the scrolls that came from the papers that came from that book that we saw earlier.
is that the book that we still have, the one with the lock and key, the history book?
Yeah, you still have it.
Yeah.
Can we flip through the book to see if he could point to something in the book because his handwriting is atrocious?
Can I? Yeah. Can
Fair.
I look through the book to see if I see anything that's similar to
Because
those runes?
if I can't read it, I'm gonna say point to it so I can.
So
maybe
Blaylock,
understand
do that's good. Blaylock, do an intelligence check to see if you can
Finally!
properly communicate what you're seeing to.
Intelligence. That's an 11.
Ugh.
I rolled pretty crummy.
So he points through. It takes a long time to go through this, but he's able to identify this phrase to you.
Okay, so this is what the wall says. Only a gift of Varsith's color shall uncover the secret sought by others.
Do we have
So-
anything red? It is a red dragon.
Blood.
Oh,
I mean, we blew up those statues a little bit ago. Maybe they had some
let's.
red stuff on them.
Can we drain some of the blood from those bodies?
I doubt it. Between fire and acid.
Fireball, acid, general destruction.
Scar takes out his dagger, cuts his forearm, and puts his arm in the hole.
Okay. The blood starts running out. You take 1 point of damage from that.
That was
And-
dramatic.
As you put your arm into the hole, you do find there's a grip of some sort at the back of it, like there's a handle.
Yeah. I grab it.
As you grasp the object, you feel a sharp stabbing pain in your forearm and feel more of your own blood running toward your elbow as it has a curve to it. Looking down, you see the small basin filling with your blood. As it fills toward the top of the basin, a small hole opens, draining the ruby gift, and you feel the sharp object retract, and you can now remove your arm. As your arm leaves the small hole, the stone recedes into itself with a soft rumble. You take 5 points of damage from that as the flesh is pretty severely cut open.
I'm just gonna examine him and make sure he's all right.
So, did anything pop out of that, or
You see
hit anything?
a room.
All right, guys. Well, that. I mean,
These lizard men were quite cunning to hide so many rooms inside of here.
we like our little hidey holes. What can I say?
Scar, if you're well enough, could you take point and see what's in there?
Right. I will slowly start moving in.
I'll
Okay.
be right behind him so I can read if anything comes up.
Okay, I'll follow behind. Yep.
All right. As you enter, you just see the room is small and quaint and looks to be set up for someone's idea of comfort. Hay is piled on one side of the room, while the other's barren, minus a skeleton who now lies there. The floor has a thin layer of dust, giving the impression it's been some time since the room was last open.
Interesting. Why?
Laylock, do you see anything?
I'll take a. I'd like to investigate the room.
He still has that detect magic active, right? Or is
That's
that
out
like
there.
very?
It lasts 10 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
then yeah, I'll poke my head in there and see if I see anything.
You see what was said.
Anything glowing?
Nothing is glowing.
Okay, so there's hay on the ground. There's a skeleton. Is the skeleton a humanoid or?
It is.
And is there any?
Are you guys moving further into the room?
Yeah.
I suggest one of us stay outside the room just in case we've set anything off.
Okay. So like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
As-
do an investigation. Oh,
As Grovile moves in, the stone door closes.
Well, looks like it's time for a nap.
Zoromir's outside.
Yeah.
it just automatically closed.
The right before the entrance, it looks like there's no wall there. Is that like another hallway or what is
No,
that?
that's my design, so I don't have walls that show.
Gotcha. Okay. I
Can
guess
we
I want
look
to
in here for traps?
investigate all the walls. I guess kind of
Yeah.
feel every nook
Okay.
and cranny of the wall.
As you look around and you get near the wall that you came in, it opens back up. Zoromir's standing there. His eyes are the size of saucers. Hey, you guys left me. You left me.
You're a big little boy.
All right.
Let's move. I'm gonna move some of the hay around to kind of kick it out of the way.
Okay. As you kick it, you hit something hard underneath it.
Hmm.
That was unexpected.
And as Grovile and Zoromir come in, again, the stone door closes.
All right. So what's under the hay?
Do you want to keep looking?
Yeah, of course I want to keep looking.
Has anyone looked for traps? Are there any traps in here?
You investigated.
Okay, all right. So I just want to make sure we cover all bases.
So you move all the hay, and you find something that's a small pouch that's kind of heavy, and next to it is an odd device that you're kind of familiar with, though you've never owned one. So you now have a pistol and 20 rounds of pistol ammunition.
Interesting. I could use this.
To everyone else, this is a strange device. Something, they're not very common.
I'm sniffing the gunpowder. That's interesting.
I'd like to take this for further study.
You'd know more than I would.
Thank you.
All right.
So now hay is scattered, so it's the hay and skeleton in the room.
Can we take a short rest?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We're kind of hidden away in a hidey hole.
And
Bad idea.
while we're in here, I'd like to investigate that skeleton.
Okay, roll.
I'm going to use a hit die to heal up some.
Okay.
Wrap my forearm.
So will Zoromir.
They'll do what? Oh, just to
He's for the short rest.
Gotcha. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do 1 as well.
21 on the investigation.
Okay, 1 second while I do his hit dice here.
1d8 plus 2.
There we go. Okay. I'm happy with that.
Okay. All right. As you look over the skeleton, you see below his hand is it looks like maybe a letter, and on the letter is a circular seal emblazoned with a dragon's head.
Interesting. Grovile, could you look at this, please?
I will.
It has a dragon seal, and you seem to be very familiar with all forms of dragon.
I dabble. I'll take a look at it.
All right, you open the letter, and this is what it says.
Is it in Draconic?
No,
I'm
it's
assuming?
it's in common.
Oh,
Oh,
here we go. Do I have to read this out loud to everyone? Probably should.
I mean,
yeah,
they ask you to read
you
it,
and
so
your character, yeah. Say,
These must be my last days, and I leave this here to anyone who may find me. I was wounded badly, and I found this room by accident. It is here I shall take my final breath. To those that find this, tell my sister Alara I fought well, and I gave our family honor in my last days. Tell her I'm sorry I drug her into this mess. Tell her I forgive her for our last words spoken to each other. The family heirloom is now hers. Ask her to keep it safe. Signed, Garen Fitzgerald.
that name is familiar.
It's the
Is
captain
this-
of the town.
Is the heirloom on him? Can we look to see if it is on him? Something that would be of value?
no.
Let's keep that letter and return it.
So he was the... Okay.
Appears to be the brother of the captain that we met.
Fair enough.
Let's keep that for a moment, until we get back and we may be able to relay his final words.
I wonder if that weird contraption you found in that hay was the heirloom. Maybe keep that safe till we can talk to the captain.
It may be, and we should at least discuss this with her before we take it. Yes. Shall we proceed?
And I will take the lead again.
All right.
I shall be right behind him.
Quick question. How do I determine if any spell slots get renewed from a short rest?
It'll do it automatically if you hit the short rest button.
So none got renewed. So
no.
that's a negative then.
You don't get any restored on a short rest.
Oof.
I do.
Unless you're a warlock. Yeah, the wizards get one.
One, either 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. So I don't have 2 level 1s used, so 1 level 2.
Warlocks get them all,
Oof, that's rough.
but they only have 2. So, okay.
All right. Roll stealth again. 18
Come on.
for me.
Okay.
18 for me.
Zoromir's good.
15.
All right. Feel stealthy.
And I guess from here, I'm good for another 50 feet on the investigation.
Yep.
This is a long hallway.
It's a long, huge hallway.
Yes, it is.
Are we going the right way?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see.
All right. 17 for the investigation.
Okay. The here as you go, the hall continues eastward, and it's starting to slope up above your vision as you keep easing your way down the hallway.
Oh.
Okay.
Continue forward.
Give me a second. Da, da, da.
Now, just out of character, were there any other hallways that we did not go through up in the beginning of this dungeon?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we kind of scoped everything so far.
I just didn't want to get too far in one direction and be like, oh shit, well, we didn't even look in that direction.
As you crest the top of the ramp, the room opens up into a large cavern. Sconces line the walls around the cavern, and the smell of sulfur in the room is quite pungent to your nostrils. There, resting in the center of the room, lying on a massive bed of hay and bones, is a red dragon.
Mm.
You hear its nostrils
Is it alive?
flare as you approach the
Yeah.
chamber. It stands to full attention and unfurls its wings before you in an awe-inspiring display of power. The mighty beast levels its gaze down to you and snorts as it places its giant clawed hand on top of the pile. The sound of breaking bones echoes in your ears as you stare down this beast. In Draconic, it speaks. You have come to my lair. Why? Give you an idea what you're looking at here.
Zoramir, or Grovile, can you understand him?
He asks us why we're here.
Oh, well,
I don't know what to tell him.
I guess it's better than infidel. I'll kill you all.
Yeah. I guess I could start with we mean you no harm because he'll kill us otherwise.
Out of character, why are we in here again?
Yeah, why are we here?
You should have that in your notes.
We're looking
We're here to
for the
seek for
blade.
pieces of the.
Aren't we looking
Pieces
for
of the-
pieces of the blade?
You
Yes,
are.
we're looking
Pieces
for
of the
the
blade.
edge blade.
Okay.
Pieces of the
Okay.
edge blade. And rumor has it that somebody had found one in one of the ruins, and this
Okay.
just happens to be the ruins that we chose to go into.
Excellent.
Yars, can I speak to him now?
Yeah.
Or should I talk to the team first?
You can do whatever you like.
I'm gonna talk to the dragon.
Okay.
We mean you no harm. We are here to seek pieces of the shards of the sword. You happen to know anything about that? Going right for the punch.
You seek to steal what is mine. You look like one of my children, but you are not one of my children. I am Unvarath, and I am your doom.
See if we can trade him something for the blade, like that ruby. Remember the ruby we found that summons?
You mean the one-off? That ruby?
The one that summons a horrible creature that might kill us?
Yeah, that's... Okay.
Uh-oh, he's making his way towards us. That's
I pull out the longbow and shoot at him.
I'm gonna
All
summon
right.
a turret. Summoning a turret.
All right, hold on. No, the only initial action here is the surprise attack from Scar. So take the shot.
I mean, just because he took one step closer doesn't mean he was going to attack
19.
us.
All right,
19.
that hits.
7 damage.
Okay.
I wanted to make love to this dragon.
You will breathe in flame. Roll initiative.
No.
Fuck this guy.
26.
21.
21 for me, too.
Never.
Dang, you guys.
I rolled a
I
19.
rolled a 9. I rolled a 19 as well.
Zoramir rolled a 5, so
Whoops.
See, we should have brought Jazzy in with us, and then we would have been fine, guys.
after the hit point thing, Blaylock, you're at full health.
I'm at 21 and 26.
Okay, so you have 5 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm at 28 because I did heal as well, by the way.
Okay.
Just curious.
41.
All right, Grovile, you are up.
I didn't want to attack him. I don't know. He's a fire dragon, right? He's scorching flames.
Red. Yes.
So I probably don't want to use fire. So
I don't know.
just an expert.
Would your character know that or not?
I don't know, but the last time I tried
Yes, the
doing
book that
fire
we
on him-
have says exactly what he does.
Yep.
That's true.
The book that you
The book-
read.
The book
See,
that I
we're
read
a friend.
says it-
Here's fire.
So the last time I used fire on something that was fire, it grew to be the size of a room. So I would take that into account and not cast Scorching Ray. But I would cast Shatter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Shatter on the dragon.
All right, that's Constitution save.
That is.
All right.
Constitution.
He saves.
Well, that was a waste of a.
Is it for half damage?
It still gets half damage,
Oh,
doesn't it?
oh, it still gets half damage, doesn't it?
Well, you got to read. You tell me.
Half, yeah.
Okay.
So I still do something. Okay, it's this one. That's 11, so half would be 5.5.
Okay. All right. Scar, you are up.
All right. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark. All right. And then I'm going to do movement, and let's go 15 feet to my north caddy corner.
So you want to go here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will shoot again. This time I will pull out a +1 arrow.
Okay.
And I am using the vicious bow.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. 18
That would hit.
for 11 damage.
All right.
Oh, I didn't do my hold on, I didn't do my Hunter's Mark damage. That's another 5, so 16.
Okay. All right. The arrow pierces forward and finds purchase between a couple scales. Laylock, you're up.
All right. I would like to move to the. Actually, I don't want to crowd around anybody though. I'm going to move to the just 15 to the south east.
Okay. So right here.
Yeah, that'll work. And I'm going to summon the arcane turret, and this will be the protector as well. And
Okay.
could we bring him in just north of me?
Okay.
Well, actually, if I put him north, does that mean Zoromir's going to have a hard time?
No, he can just walk through.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, and I can do nothing else. So that's it.
We all get bonus shields, right? Now? Or is that after?
No,
he
I
didn't
have to
activate it.
investigate
Yeah.
I have to activate it.
Okay.
All right. So
It's a big mamma jamma.
all right. He gets closer. Feel my sulfur. And raises his head back. And breathes fire out. I need
Gonna cast shield.
well, you can.
Okay.
You do, but it doesn't help you.
Oh, it doesn't.
So the turret, Grovile, and Scar all need to make a dex saving throw.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good timing.
Right. So in total, 27.
Oh no. What do I need to roll?
Well,
D20.
Dex?
yeah, it's just a dex saving throw.
7.
Okay. And the turret?
Turret is 17. It's plus 0, so
Okay.
because it says its ability score is as 10 or plus 0. So
Yeah, so it gets nothing to it.
Yep.
Okay. So
And-
it
and then
saves.
me or just him.
Nope, just him.
Okay.
It saves and Scar saves.
I don't. Stop rolling die. Stop it.
So Grovile, you take 20 points of fire damage,
Ouch.
and Scar and the turret take 10.
Okay.
All right. Zoromir is up, and he is terrified. So he's just going to back up a bit and take a shot. Got to bring up his sheet. And the arrow flies off to the side with a miss. I just can't roll tonight. And bonus action to reload. Grovile, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna want to take go 10 feet backwards.
Stay within range of my turret.
I'm hoping that's still within range of the turret. And I'm gonna cast. Fuck. I'm gonna cast Shatter again.
Okay. Dex save or Constitution save?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, that passes, so you take half damage. And then 8, 3, 4, that is 12, 15, so you take 7.5 points of damage.
All right. As the shatter goes out. Scar, you are up.
I'm going to attack.
Are you moving in or from a range?
Staying where I'm at right now.
Okay.
It is 17.
That would hit.
Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage, and then Hunter's Mark for 2, so 13. And then I will shoot again. No, I can't. Never mind.
Okay. Again, another arrow right into him.
Yeah, that's where I'll be for right now.
All right. Blaylock, you are up.
All right. First things first. I'm gonna have a bonus action. I want to hit everybody within 10 feet of me. Is everybody within 10? If not, I'll have to move first.
Scar is not, and neither is Zoromir.
All right. What if I move up and to the left?
Right there. That would put everybody in range.
Beautiful. And I want to hit everybody with a fancy little aura.
5, right?
10.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So
10.
10 temporary hit points. It's not a heal, it's temporary hit
No,
points.
It's different. The cannon emits a burst of positive energy that grants itself and each creature of your choice within 10 feet of it a number of temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay, so roll a 1d8.
Yep.
1d8.
Not you, it's Blaylock.
Oh.
All right. So
okay.
I chinced you all of 9 temporary hit points.
What you
Or,
roll?
excuse me. No, of 1. So I got a 9. So you guys all get 9 temporary hit points,
Okay.
including the turret and myself.
So on your character sheet, there's a thing for temp. So you just put your temp there.
Yeah. Now this doesn't stack, it doesn't roll over, and keep in mind that you use temporary hit points first before you take any.
Yeah. If you just put your number in and hit damage, it'll take it from temp first. All right. And as your action?
That was my bonus action. And for that, there's nothing really I can do. I'm gonna hit it with a dart.
Okay.
I've still got a dart.
You have cantrips, don't you? Damaging
Yeah,
cantrips?
I do, but they're within melee.
He's not within melee of you.
Huh?
No, he's saying the ones he has
I
to be
have
within
I
melee.
have to run up and touch him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna stay at range and just throw a dart.
Okay.
I don't know where I got this dart or
It's in the standard kit. Yeah.
Oh, so do I have like 20 or something?
It should
Okay,
say.
20.
Either
but
way.
it doesn't. All right, so yeah, I rolled a hit.
It's like a 1d4.
Yeah. What's my plus to hit? So 10.
No,
Damn.
you throw it and you see it blink off of his scales and he looks at you and it almost sounds to you like a laugh.
Sorry, I got nothing.
I whisper to him, I'm like, he definitely was laughing.
Okay, so
Alright.
all right. It's the dragon's turn and he's moving right here.
No.
Or no, he can't because Scar's in the way. And so I have to re-roll here. He's attacking Blaylock, and I have to.
With fire or melee or what?
with a bite.
Dude, now he's counting dice to roll.
That hits.
Fire almost one-shot me.
For 13 points of piercing damage. And 2 points of fire damage. As his mouth it snaps down on you, and then he lets go, throwing you to the ground. You stand up. You felt his teeth pierce into your flesh. And
That probably hurt.
Zoromir's going to go. And he's going to take a shot with his crossbow. Actually, no. Yeah. He is. And he misses again. Holy crap. You wanted me to
Doesn't he
keep
get
this
sneak
dice.
attack?
Well, he missed.
Oh, he doesn't get sneak attack if he misses.
Nope. And then he's going
That
to
sucks.
actually move up. All right, Grovile, you are up.
He's gonna move up.
Yep.
All right. Well, my options are limited, and I can't use fire. So we're gonna walk up to him and
You
hit him
have
with.
some healing spells.
I don't have healing spells.
You have those scrolls.
How does a scroll work in combat?
Same as a spell. Yeah, you just read it.
That was a hint.
I still have quite a bit of health, though. I got with the 10 hit points. I think I'm okay. This
I'm
next
not
round.
saying you heal yourself. You
Well, who else can I
selfish
heal?
prick.
Well, I'm the one who took 20 points of damage from the
I'm
fire
just
attack. So I
saying.
have, I think we can go one more. But does it heal the party?
You can cast a spell on any one of your party members.
Well, I know, but no one really took too much damage. Everyone...
We took quite a bit of damage.
Well, I meant like more than me. I have the least amount of health, guaranteed.
Just keep it in your pocket as you
I
have
know,
something to be doing.
Yep.
I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna cast Shock and Grasp. So
Right there?
within melee range. Yep.
Okay. Go for it.
Wait, before I do that, because I had this in mind as the plan. My bite gives me temporary hit points. Do they stack?
No. Temporary hit points don't stack.
And then I'm gonna wait to do the bite. I'm just gonna cast Shock and Grasp then.
Okay.
I'm still gonna do it. 14 plus 6 is 20.
That would hit.
And D8 is 6.
Okay. All right. Scar, you are up.
Alright, I'm going to... let's see. Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to swap out weapons and pull out the both short swords.
Okay.
$17 to hit.
That would hit.
I'm going to attack the one time this time, so that's 8 damage, and then Hunter's Mark is another 5. So 13.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. So you slice at him. You actually knock a few scales off when you hit him. He's starting to show some damage. Blaylock, you are up.
All right. I'm going to pulse again with the turret.
That refreshes everybody to...
It should. Oh yeah, I got to re-roll again now.
Yep.
So if I re-roll and it's higher than everybody's, they'll go to that. Correct.
Yep, and if it's lower, they'll go to that.
Yeah. Oh really?
It's 10 hit points.
Yep. All right. So it's 10.
Okay, so everybody goes up to 10 temporary hit points.
Yeah. And then I'm going to additionally use Shocking Grasp on the dragon.
Okay.
And that's another 5. So plus 7, so that's 12, I believe. Hold on.
Plus
I don't know.
7?
It says plus hit
Oh,
DC.
to
Yeah.
hit. Yeah, that misses. You reach out to grab him, and you just can't.
So well, it's 12 altogether. So it's 5 plus 7.
Yeah, you missed.
Okay.
How do you
And-
miss something in your face? Why did?
I'm having trouble concentrating on the turret and the dragon. And that's it. That's my turn.
Oh, is it biting or is it fire? Can I see what it's doing?
He is going to move back.
He's backing up. Okay.
Does he take attacks of opportunity? from
Yes. So Blaylock, Grovile, and Zoramir all get melee attacks of opportunity, and Scar.
Isn't
Yep.
Hands and Scar also in range too?
Yep.
What do I roll for an attack of opportunity?
Same as a regular attack.
Just your melee, whatever melee hits, like your staff or whatever.
Melee. Okay.
So Zoramir hits.
17 from Scar.
That would hit.
15 for me.
Now, would the Hunter's Mark be added onto this as an opportunity, or it's just a slash?
It's just a slash. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So
Taking a
9
step back,
damage.
9
Uh,
damage.
15 would hit, right?
No, that
Or
misses.
no, it's. I'm sorry. I rolled a 16. Is it? What is it? My strength modifier I do for that? For the initiative, or
There shouldn't be your initiative. It's just, what are you attacking with?
just a melee?
It tells you right there. You have a dagger, so you would take. So it's +5 to hit. So what'd you
Oh,
roll?
+5 to hit. 21 then.
Okay, so that hits, and it's 1d4 plus 3.
1d4 plus 3. 1. So
4 points of
4.
damage. Okay, Blaylock, you missed.
I hit for 12.
Okay.
No,
Damn.
I didn't hit for 12.
Oh,
I
you
rolled
missed, yeah.
to Hit as 12. So I was going to use horns as well, but oh well.
All right. So, again, he breathes in, breathes out again. Blaylock, Zoramir, and Grovile all need to make a dex saving throw.
Okay, and I'm going to use. I don't know if I have to do this before or after, but I'm going to use Arcane Deflection to get a +4 to my saving throw.
Okay.
I don't know how that works. If it's
Is it a
before or
reaction,
after.
or is it
It's just under actions in combat. It says when you're hit by an attack or you fail a saving throw.
So you
use
have
a
to
reaction.
wait first. So you have to fail it first.
Okay. That is 12. So I think I failed.
That is a failure. So you can add 4 to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna add 4 to that. Does that stop it? Maybe.
It does.
Yeah, half it. Good.
And Blaylock?
I had 6.
Oh, you need some new dice.
All right.
He rolls a lot of damage.
So Blaylock, you take 21 points of damage.
Oof.
Zoramir and Grovile take 10.
Nice. I could take that.
So that should eliminate your
Temporary shield.
temporary hit points. Yep.
Does that hit the arcane turret?
It didn't. It was out of range.
Okay.
All right. Zoramir is up. And from here, he's just going to take a shot. And he misses. Gee. Yeah.
Zoramir.
Grovile, you're up.
That dagger is really not doing.
This is his crossbow. He's using his bonus action to reset the crossbow, by the way.
I cannot use spells.
Except cantrips.
I don't think I... Other than cantrips, okay. Can I still use the scrolls? Do those count as spells?
Nope, they're count as scrolls.
Beautiful, because that was the idea. I'm going to use one of my 2 scrolls for Cure Wounds. Now, can any by any chance see who's feeling the worst? Like,
Nope, that you don't know.
No idea. Alright, so it's either...
Oh, the heady days of saying that you're bloodied.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna cast it on myself. I'm the only one who got hit by both of those fire strikes.
Okay. Roll the dice. It is 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier, which for a scroll is 5. So 1d8 plus 5.
This one. 5 plus 5 is 10.
Okay.
And
All right. Grovile pulls out a scroll and reads it. As you read it, it just burns into ash. Scar, you are up.
All right, I'm going to run into the room 15 feet to get to his side.
Okay.
And attack twice.
All right, go for it.
You filthy beast. 16 for the first attack.
It misses.
And 20 not natural for the second attack.
That hits. We haven't had any natural 20s in combat tonight.
Nope.
So let's...
I jumped on that statue real well.
Yeah, 8 for the for the second attack. 10 total with the hunter's mark.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So you slash into his wings, ripping open the skin. He kind of corrals back from it. He's looking pretty hurt. Blaylock, you are up.
All right. I'm going to use a bonus action to move my turret. I want to be able to try and get everybody in range if possible.
It's not possible.
There's no way with Scar.
No.
Well, so it's 10. How far is 10 from Scar?
It's pretty
Don't
far
worry.
away.
I was gonna say, don't worry about me, man.
All right. So I'm gonna. Sorry. So I'll pulse then.
Okay.
That's one.
Now, do I lose the temporary hit points?
No, you keep them.
Okay.
Nope. Yep. You keep him.
All right. All right. So that's 6.
Okay.
So everyone gets 6
6 temporary hit
temporary
points.
hit points. I'm not going to do anything besides drink a health potion.
All right.
Let me go and take that out of the old inventory.
Can't
Sure,
you
go
cast Cure Wounds?
No, I am tapped.
Oh wow, you do
Right.
run out quick.
I
So-
only have 3, which is why I have to be very conservative. So what is the potion of healing again? It's 2d4 plus 2.
Something like that.
Yeah. 4, 3, so 9 hit points.
All right. Since Scar is right there in melee range, he turns towards Scar.
Come at me, bro.
He hits.
Yeah.
I can't hit with Zoramir, but I can still hit. All right. Oh. So you take 5 points of piercing damage and 4 points of fire damage. Okay. All right. Zoramir is up. And he is going to move forward into melee range and take an attack with his dagger. You've got to be freaking kidding me. He misses. So he's going to attack again, offhand. And misses again. Wow. Okay. Grovile, you're up. At least I'm playing him true to form.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna
Bad time for that to happen, really.
I'm gonna move to the south side of him, if I can. Try and surround the beast so he can't scorch all of us at the same time.
Okay, you can get to there.
But I want to be close enough to try and melee him, so I need to be somehow within melee range.
Okay, you can be there.
I'll shock and grasp his tail.
Okay.
Ooh, that's gonna miss. That's a 10.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Scar, you are up.
Double attack again. So 19
That hits.
for the first one. 24 for the second one.
That hits.
All right, so 1, 2, 3 six-sided dice. All right, so the first one is 7 damage plus 1 for the hunter's mark,
Okay.
and 6 plus 5, 10 for the second hit.
All right. You stab into his jaw, and you kind of rip it out, and then take the other sword and stab it into his neck. You can see blood now. It's coming out. Scales are missing. He's hurt. Blaylock, you are up.
All right. I'm going to move the turret just to the left of Zoramir.
Okay.
There we go. And pulse again.
All right.
That's 6 again, so probably no
Nothing
change
changes?
for anybody.
Yep.
Yep. And
These 10 hit points, man.
I'm going to move myself up to above the turret.
Okay.
By the wing.
Yep, by the wing. And I assume that this is melee distance, correct?
Yep.
All right. Shocking grasp.
Okay.
There we go. That's 18 plus 7, 25.
That would hit.
Okay. 3.
All right. And Dragon's turn. Okay. Scar just hit him, so he is going to attack Scar.
Wait, well, how do we know if we have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor of metal? Oh, never mind.
He's not wearing that.
He's not wearing metal.
So he does hit Scar.
Natural 20.
No. For 13 points of piercing damage. And 4 points of fire damage as he bites into you. He chomps down into you, feel the tooth penetrate into your shoulder, and he rips out ripping flesh.
Oh yeah, I'm hurt. And this brings on my blood rush.
Okay.
My AC is now 14.
Okay.
But I do get plus 3 bonus to my damage rolls.
All right. Zoramir is up. and he hits.
Thank God.
Yeah.
A rogue who didn't hit once during battle.
All right. So, Zoramir, out of nowhere, leaps up onto its back, and he just starts voraciously stabbing. And he's yelling like a battle cry you've not heard from him before. And just, you can tell in the voice it's frustration, fear, and pain. And he's like, ah! And he's just, as he's running up its back, he just keeps doing that. And then he jumps forward and takes 2 daggers and plunges it into the eye sockets of the dragon, and twists them and pulls out the eyes. And the dragon lunges forward, dead.
Oh my God.
And Zoramir stands on him, and he just says, "And I'm alive!"
Not dead.
All right.
All right. I say we cut off his head and then we show it back to the innkeeper.
You want to lug that thing around?
I've got a bag. I can make a bag of holding.
Well,
You don't have any spell slots left. You can't make anything.
No, I have no. That's not a spell slot.
So, as you've had time to breathe now and look around the room, you do notice there are 2 chests in the back of the room, and a hallway that leads further on.
now that is just hay that's sitting there, right?
Yep, just hay and bones.
That's not a pile of gold.
No.
Can we investigate the hay?
If you want to
Look around.
investigate the hay, go ahead.
Let's
I wanna
investigate
investigate. I want to investigate the hay and kick it around.
This was a baby, by the way.
No shit.
Okay.
Would have stopped.
You look around the hay, and it's just hay and occasional fecal matter, and there.
You didn't want to know what I rolled? I rolled?
It doesn't matter what you rolled.
Good, because it was a 6.
Well, that's what you found.
I'd like to look at the skeletons that are around here and see if I notice anything.
They're various. There's some lizard folk skeletons. There's some human, dwarf, halfling. Just a variety of skeletons. It looks like they were dropped in here just to feed it.
Okay.
I take
Sweet.
Zoramir with me and we go check out those chests.
Okay.
I'll
Ah.
follow.
Investigation for traps.
Any chance I can see if there's anything I can harvest from the creature? Maybe hide or leather, or maybe he's got some sort of
you-
sacks.
you could.
I'll just start cutting into it wildly till I find something. I don't know.
All right, do a survival check.
I know I have pretty good survival. 21.
Okay. You're able to cut away a few teeth and a few scales, red dragon scales. So you'll have 3 red dragon scales, 2 dragon teeth, and 2 horns, and a section of wing.
So 3 dragon scales, you said, 2 teeth,
2 horns,
and 1.
and you're occupied. That's going to take you a really long time to do it.
That's fine.
All right.
I got 17 on my investigation.
Okay. Which chest are you?
I'll take the northern one.
Okay. Take the northern one. Zoramir will take the southern one. Blaylock, what are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can assist.
You can't
Star
assist
with-
on a lockpick.
Oh, I can't. Oh,
No.
yeah, I can't like hold his hand.
No. You can't rub his shoulders. Yeah,
You got this.
All right, I'll stand guard right there in the hallway.
okay. So you're taking the north one. What was your investigation?
17.
Okay. It's locked,
Okay.
but it doesn't appear to be trapped.
I will try to unlock it. 19.
Okay. You stick the lockpicks in, click, click, and the chest pops up open. It's unlocked.
I will open it.
All right. You see several treasures here inside. As you start just digging through, the first thing you find is a bag of gems valued at around 250 gold pieces total.
Is it the bag or are there individual gems that?
There are individual gems in there that altogether they're worth 250 gold pieces.
Okay.
You find a studded leather armor chest piece. There's a shield laying inside, emblazoned with the symbol of an eye.
I could use that. I will have to examine it later, though.
I'd hand it to him.
Okay.
I can technically examine it now.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. You're cutting up a dragon.
Yeah,
When I'm done, I can.
You find a vial that has a clear gelatinous liquid in it that sparkles with a tiny ultra thin silver shard.
I think we have another vial of mysterious liquid hanging around too.
We have a couple. With all
Yeah.
those gems that we mixed up in there.
No, from much earlier. We got a vial.
Okay.
You find a wand.
Oh,
Wow.
finally. Something for me.
All right.
And you find two small pouches filled with one of them filled with a greenish brown beads, and the other one is like a blue green bead. There's 50 beads in each bag.
Okay, you said a green bead, and what was the other one?
A greenish brown one, and a bluish green one.
Okay.
That's all that's in there.
We've got a couple
of
of
chests
things.
to make sure it doesn't turn into anything.
Doesn't lick you.
So, yeah, that's when you got to get concerned. So you want Zoromir to do the southern chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. He's going to investigate. He turns and says, "Guys, luckily this one isn't trapped," and lifts on the lid.
I know what that means.
The lid opens slightly, and you hear a light hiss followed by a wetness on your flesh as something sprays on you. Let's see.
Oh my god.
It just hits Blaylock and Zoromir.
When the ranger is a better rogue than the rogue.
For 10 points of acid damage.
Good night. Well, it's a good thing I've still got temporary hit points.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
But it's the acid was enough to melt the lock, and now the chest opens.
Oh, well, good. That's one way to open it.
Okay, as Zoromir goes through, he finds something wrapped in a silk cloth. As he opens the cloth, he sees a golden dragon curled into its wing. It appears to be a broken piece of a sword.
Ah, very nice.
I think you should be in charge of that.
So he hands it to Blaylock. You have the left blade guard.
Okay.
he pulls out a set of bracers. They're very nicely crafted. They have a few symbols on them. Nothing that really stands out.
Okay.
Someone else take this stuff.
Yep. I got bracers with symbols. Got it.
Okay.
I'm writing them down too. So.
All right.
He pulls out a small pouch filled with a very fine sand that kind of sparkles. He pulls out a pouch of 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Do you want me to take that as well?
Yes, somebody take everything.
All right. I'm just gonna take it.
I was just say, I'm just writing this stuff down. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take it, and we're gonna have to figure out something with this money situation.
You find a pristine, beautifully bound with gold runes around it spell book.
I'm pretty interested in that too.
You find a vial filled with a reddish-orange liquid. It seems to flicker, and there's some smoke that fills the top of the container.
Drink it.
Fire breath. You don't know that.
It might be.
Okay.
And that's all that.
No, the spell book had a what? What was the descriptive term to that spell book?
It's a very nice, pristine spell book.
Okay, pristine. All right, got it.
And that's it for me, gentlemen. I gotta go.
Real quick, almost done.
Okay.
I know. Your time's short. Scar, make a perception check with advantage, of course.
20, not natural.
Okay, so you hear in the distance the thundering sounds of many footsteps charging toward this location.
From where we came, or
from where you came?
All right. I turn around and I'm like, we need to leave now.
I agree.
Blaylock, as you kind of stood in that hallway, you noticed there's something on the floor down at the end of the hall.
Okay. There's something at the end of the hall. Scar, can you come take a look at this?
I moved down.
Okay.
Am I done carving up this dragon?
Yeah. So we'll say.
I'll group up with him.
Yeah, just have the turret follow behind, I guess.
Yeah.
The turret falls apart.
All right. So Scar, you look down and there's a series of runes etched onto the floor, all crossed in a cross pattern, and they here I got a description. Large circle transcribed onto the floor. The runes hiss and glow as it pulsates with a purplish glow.
I look at this is your wheelhouse, not mine.
All right, I'll push my way to the front. Is there anything in any language that I understand, or these runes that I've seen before?
Nope.
I'm gonna step on him.
Blaylock pushes forward as a minotaur would, and as soon as he steps on him, he just disappears.
Shit. I run forward and step into it.
He disappears.
I was like, this looks familiar.
All right, Zormir, I guess it's me and you. Let's
So you guys grab hands and and as you start to fade away, you see hundreds of lizard folk and the snake creatures running down the hallway and wielding weapons. They see that the dragon is dead. The anger in their voices is just furious as you fade into existence.
Not only dead, but mutilated.
So Stepping into the ring, you feel your physical form dissipate as you hear a massive blasting sound in your ears. When you come to, you find yourselves soaked in mud and muck. Looking around, you see many a dead tree and bush, and the acrid smell of rotten death is in the air. The sounds of creatures scurry away from you as you try to take in your surroundings. And that is where we'll end the night.
Nice job.
Goodness.
Good job.
Baby dragon.
You can officially say you've killed a baby dragon.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I was like, he's not gonna throw a big dragon at us because that'll kill us.
Well, technically, according to the lore, none of there was only the one adult, so everything else should only be only be baby.
All right, I'm gonna head out in a minute.
Yeah, the adult was an ancient for sure.
Yeah.
So